mostly cloudy skies, and can't rule out an overnight shower or possible isolated thunderstorm. Leading into tomorrow, looking good for that Pride Parade downtown, with a chance of an isolated thunderstorm in the pre-dawn hours, but those breezy south-southwesterly winds give us a nice mix of clouds and sun, and those will also boost our temperatures to close to 90, and even hotter still as we look towards Monday in the next couple days as high temperatures get into the mid to low end of the 90s with heat index values close to 100. From the WGN Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Tim Joyce.
It's 68 degrees at O'Hare, 69 in Midway, 72 in Peru, and it's 67 degrees outside the WGN studios. Chicago News 24/7, breaking news at once. I'm Rob LaFrenz, WGN Radio News.
Rob, I got a question, Rob. It's David Hochberg, host
Yes.
of Home Stream Chicago, which is on next, #1 rated show on Saturdays, 10 to 1. in case you
Yes,
didn't
sir.
know. What is going on with the Ohio exit ramp on the inbound Kennedy, and how long will that be shut down for, Frank?
You know, I've got to get back to you on that. I did not know that it was still shut down. I thought it was supposed to reopen after this morning.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Breaking news, Frank.
Yeah, let me get the sounder out, but I'll find out for the next cast. How about that?
let's shut it down. Let's just shut it down.
Nobody needs it on the weekends.
Nobody needs it, right? Why even have it?
Yeah.
Can you find out what is happening there? Because they had the express. I'm in a mood already, Frank. All right, I haven't even started. I haven't even started.
I will have that for you in our next cast. How about that?
I appreciate it. All right, Home Stream Chicago. I gotta do some deep breath exercises. Coming up next.
I have a really, really old house. It's over 100 years old. A porch had been converted into a bathroom, and we tore down that old bathroom and porch and expanded it and made a bigger bathroom and a full bath with shower. Like I said, the laundry room and a mud room, and then we added a porch across the back of the house.
We are talking today with mega customer Shelley Mullins.
One of the things that was really important to me was because I have an old house that it stayed true to the integrity of the old house. They went to the trouble to match moldings and everything to make it look like it was part of the original house, which was really important to me. I mean, what I've discovered is that's just what they do as a matter of course. They always go that little bit of extra. I couldn't have asked for anybody better to do the job.
One mega call does it all.
847-658-8989. 847-658-8989.
Megapros.com.
One mega call does it all.
When you buy a car, you got a lot of options. You get 4 wheels, but how many doors do you want? Do you want a trunk or a frunk? A sunroof, moonroof, or a roof that comes all the way off? With Consumers Credit Union, your team can help you find your dream car and finance it with the kind of low fees and great rates that keep your options open. Consumers Credit Union. The people in your corner. Federally insured by NCUA.
That's the sound of the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program, saving you money and energy. With rebates on Energy Star appliances, so you can come back to a home full of savings. Discover more ways to save at ComEd.com/home savings. ComEd, powering lives.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
This episode of Home Sweet Home Chicago is sponsored by David Hochberg and Jeremy Hogle from MegaPros Home Repair, Remodel, and Renovation Experts. Frank Wazalewski from Access, Mike Epping, Center Guard Plumbing, and Louis Shapiro from Redo Cabinets. For additional sponsors of the Home Sweet Home program, please visit WGNradio.com/Home Sweet Home Chicago. Now, here's David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
Thank you, Mr. Jennings. It was his birthday yesterday, so happy belated birthday to Mr. Jennings. We light the candle every show with, Elwood, buddy, how many miles to Chicago?
106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Hello, Chicago!
My name is David Hochberg, host of Home Sweet Home Chicago.
That's the best in the city of Chicago.
Where you from?
Chicago.
That's the Chicago.
It's time for Home Sweet Home Chicago.
We're on a mission from God.
With your host, David Hochberg.
312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. I'm off to a roaring start. Frank, I called Rob Frank.
I appreciated that.
Frank did.
It was a compliment.
Rob didn't. Rob, are you over it yet, Rob?
I'll get over it, but like I said, not the worst thing I've been called today.
All right. Well, we've got another 2 hours and 48 minutes. So stay tuned. I'll try to eclipse that goal for you. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. MegaPro's call, text, and photo line. Again, this is Home Sweet Home Chicago. We're here to help you with all of your real estate needs, housing needs, plumbing needs, kitchen remodeling needs, mortgage needs, interpersonal social interaction needs, because I am a master of that, Frank. As
is there anything you're not a master of?
Can't tell. There is a couple, and I'm going to classes right now to overcome them, so I can be a master of that as well.
You and Trump, who's got the bigger ego?
Stop yourself there. 312-981-7200. I lose. 312-981-720. I don't even come in second place, because his ego is so big. I think I'm like 99th place. Louis Shapiro, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How you doing, Dave?
Sorry for the mix-up at breakfast today. Apologize. We have relocated to everybody. We are over at the Fire and Ice. I think that's the place in the Aqua.
Aqua, yeah.
Yep, because they are doing construction in front of NBC Towers. So we have relocated until August. So I would short the stock of Egg Harbor Cafe, because they will be losing revenue for the next 9 weeks. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. What are we talking about today, Louis?
We're going to talk about a bunch of things. Convenience of refacing, doing versus a full gut job. Talk about how you can get your kitchen transformed in 3 to 5 days. And I'll make sure we talk about our special promotion we have for the summer. We want to declare independence from your outdated kitchen. $17.76 off your kitchen, plus a free backsplash. And we have great financing options as well.
All right, great. Phone number for listeners who want to reach out.
You can give our person a call at 630-686-1700.
In Venezuela after back-to-back earthquakes that shook the country this week.
Oh my God!
More than 900 people were killed and thousands more injured.
That sucks. Hey Rob, I think you hit the wrong button, Rob.
This morning, the urgent rescue in
Rob,
Venezuela after
Rob,
a pair
is that you?
of historic earthquakes.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, Rob.
Followed by a 7.5
just
payback for calling him the wrong name.
That's you called him Frank, so I got you back.
All right, way to go, Sam. Nice job there, Tony. Just keep it up there, Paul. All right, sorry. We're off to a roaring start. That's right. Now everybody knows there's an earthquake in Venezuela. If you have relatives there, you might want to check in. Louis, your phone number.
630-686-1700. Give us a call. We will come see you and take care of you right away.
Center Guard Plumbing, Michael Epping. How are you, my friend?
I'm lovely. How are you, David?
I'm outstanding.
So sorry about that.
That's all right, Rob. Don't worry about it. We love you. It's all right. Robin, Mr. Burrow's on line 1. What are you talking about?
We've got our water heater special being extended through the end of July here. They just say Kevin and save $50 off the sale price. And also we got a really great offer on gas inspections.
Gas inspections?
Gas inspections.
Did my father-in-law call you?
Which time?
Truth. Very good.
So take that.
Smart play. So we were over having Father's Day dinner, right? And he's like, we're not going to grill. I'm like, no, I don't feel like grilling for 20 people this Sunday, like I always do. We're going to go get some Carson's, right? Great choice, delicious Mediterranean pork chops, by the way. If you've never had the Mediterranean pork chop at Carson's, forget about it. I'm just telling you, it's delicious. This comes from a Jew, so I'm just let that sink in. So he's there, and he's like, hey, does Mike? I want to install a gas line. Who do I call? Because he grilled the first time, and he's got the propane. And I'm like, call Senegal. He's like, what do you mean? They're plumbers. I'm like, I know. They handle the gas. So he's going to be giving you a call to install a gas line in his new house so he could do the direct line into his fireplace. Probably a new grill now, too.
Yeah, eliminate all that carrying the propane tanks back and forth, getting them refilled. A lot of people out there do not realize new construction that plumbers are the one that install the gas pipe.
Yeah. So that's why I just want to throw it out there, because my 84-year-old grandfather, my 84-year-old father-in-law was done schlepping propane tanks to and from gas stations or the 7-Eleven to get a replacement. So you guys do that. I wanted to throw that out there because you were coming on today. So
yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, we absolutely do that.
Phone number?
847-406-8883 or WGNplumber.com.
Frank Wazalewski, Access, what are we talking about, buddy?
I got 3 things. So we just had our Abilities Expo this month, so we're going to be announcing the winner of our Grab Bar giveaway. We have a America's Birthday special going on July 1st through the end of the year, where we're giving $250 off any new lift purchase.
Nice.
And then I got a buyer beware segment on bathrooms, something that scam that's going on out there right now.
I got a mortgage beware segment from a company that rhymes with Mutual of Omaha.
Oh, never heard of them.
Yeah, that's coming after the break. Loan officer by the name of Chad Purtell. I talked to Chad, gave him an opportunity to call in, sent him an email, said, hey, we're going to be talking about it. So if Chad Purtell calls in, boys in the box, put him up, because we had a nice conversation coming back from, I was down to U of I for freshman orientation for my daughter, and from like 4 o'clock to 4:25, Chad and I had a conversation with the listener he was trying to convince to leave her 2.625% 30-year fixed loan and take out a 6.875 FHA loan. So he didn't realize I was in the mortgage business until after the call. So kind of bug against the windshield type of thing coming back from Champaign. 312-981-7200 is the Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. This is Home Sweet Home Chicago on AM 720. The Mailbag, sponsored by Senegard, coming up after these messages.
WGN. Do you know how many sump pumps fail? All of them. The question isn't if your sump pump will fail, it's when. And with summer storms rolling through Chicagoland, now is the time to make sure yours is ready. Hi, I'm Joel Spencer with Permaseal. We've helped protect over 500,000 homes across Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. From sump pumps and battery backup systems to ejector pumps, we help homeowners prepare for the next heavy rain. That's why we install the most reliable systems to keep your basement dry when you need them most. We're also home to the Basement Defender, the only system that tests your sump pumps daily, alerting you to potential issues before an emergency. And right now, Home Sweet Home Chicago listeners can receive 5% off their sump pump system. Visit permaseal.net/suite or call 800-421-SEAL to schedule your free inspection. And be sure to mention SUITE for your discount.
Hi, I'm Tim Stearns from TJ Stearns. I find that people are generally unaware of certain factors that can significantly impact your path to retirement. Factors like healthcare, taxes, income, and legacy planning. As you approach retirement, if these elements are not addressed, it can have devastating effects. I call it the retirement riddle, and I love solving it. Call me. Let's discuss a Protect and Grow blueprint. 1-800-640-2256. My only minimum is that you're a nice person. 1-800-640-2256 or visit tjstearns.com.
You may already know Mr. Floor for the beautiful wood floors that we install, sand, and refinish. Mr. Floor is a full-service local Chicagoland company who has provided homeowners and businesses with complete flooring solutions for over 30 years. Hi, I'm Igor Marak of Mr. Floor, and born out of our extensive experience and knowledge with hardwood floors comes the best hardwood floor cleaner on the market. As we visit Chicagoland homes and businesses every day, we see the damage that incorrect floor maintenance can cause. Most people are not cleaning their hardwood floors properly, and as we all know, a bucket of water and a mop is the surest way to ruin a wood floor. Forget about those harsh chemicals and cleaning products that leave your floors hazy and lifeless. We've researched, developed, and now produce the best hardwood floor cleaner ever. Our cleaner breaks the bonds of dirt and grease from your floor's coating without harming it. It's also eco and pet friendly too. Thousands of Mr. Floor clients have been using our cleaners for years, and now you can too. Visit us online at MrFloor.com to learn more and place your order.
Use promo code WGN at checkout for a special offer.
Mr. Floor, the first and last name in floors.
Hey everyone, it's Steve Bertrand here. You know, I miss talking with you every day, but we're still traveling. In fact, our last trip of the year will be an early December tour of the Christmas markets in Prague and Vienna. We'll see the spectacular sights in both, but we'll focus on the holiday pastries, the mulled wine, and the craft shopping at the beautiful outdoor markets in both cities. There's even a nativity scene available, and hey, maybe Christmas carols on the bus. Yeah, maybe not. Anyway, call me 847-606-6065 or find more information at stevebertrandtravel.com.
Food, fun, and maybe even a cocktail or two. Daytime Chicago, weekdays at 10 on WGN TV and on the free WGN Plus app on your smart TV.
Hey, let's see what topics we got in the old mailbag, huh?
It's time for Home Sweet Home Chicago's Mailbag, brought to you by Center Guard Plumbing.
Center Guard Plumbing, Frank. The only plumbing company that I trust to touch my pipes.
And your gas.
And my gas that are in my house and coming out of my house. That'd be the gas. Breaking news from the newsroom from Rob. Rob, what's going on with the roads?
I have an answer for you on your Ohio Street eastbound exit. It is closed, as you now know. It's not going to be opening until 5 a.m. Monday morning. Yeah. They're doing concrete pavement patching to repair the Ontario and Ohio Street ramps, and this is the second of 3 planned weekend closures. So we got one more coming up.
Outstanding. And if there are any other earthquakes in the world, please feel free to chime in.
I'll keep you up to date.
All right. Brian Burrow on line 1 for you, by the way. News director. 312-981-7200. We all make mistakes. Whatever. Breaking news, right? Couple of world information. Oil is around $70 a barrel, which is fantastic. But is
that why gas prices are now $2 a gallon?
Yeah. In your dreams. So I want to use that as an example, right? When we started dropping bombs 4 months ago, gasoline prices shot up automatically within hours, right? And every day that went by, gas kept going higher and higher and higher, right? Same thing with mortgage rates. And this is the analogy I'm making with mortgage rates because I've said this 1,000 times over the past 4 months to our listeners and borrowers calling. I used it, and this is what's happening, right? You could see it happening. Rates shot up right away when the bombs started dropping. Gasoline prices shot up right away when we started bombing Iran. Okay, supposedly it's over. Who knows? Oil's now down. It shot to 120, right?
126.
126. Now it's down to around $70, $50 a barrel, right? Has gasoline dropped back to $2?
But is that the oil companies recovering their losses and dropping it down slowly, or is it because they can make more money?
Yes. Okay, yes, to answer that question. Yes. Okay. So it's the same thing with mortgage rates, right? So mortgage rates shot right up it just shot right up. And what do? They slowly, over the next 6-8 months, will wither their way down. So that's the example I wanted to bring. It happened when President Trump dropped the tariffs on us in April. It took us 8-9 months for it to come down. At the beginning of the year, they started coming down 8-9 months. And then we started bombing Iran. They shot back up. So hopefully within another 8-9 months, we'll start slowly floating the way down. They don't come down right away. They go up right away, but they don't come down right away. I just want to use that as an analogy because it's a real world thing. Okay, it happened this week. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. Listeners listening right now still has not received their tax bills from Cook County. They have not received their tax bills. There are still a little over 2,000 people, homeowners and business owners in Cook County that still have not received their tax bills from last year.
And that's because Cook County is so flush with cash.
Yeah. Okay, because they're incompetent. We have Tyler Technologies. So I reached out to Maria. She told me about 2,000 businesses and homeowners still have not received their tax bill. There's nothing for this listener to worry about or other listeners who have not gotten a tax. We went online. I'm like, what are you talking about? Go online. So I went online. I typed in his home address. Maria Pappas got a great website in Cook County. Sure enough, not printed. It shows you the 2023, but no 2024, no 2025. Well, welcome to Cook County. According to a new report from Intercontinental Exchange, financial markets technology and data company, homeowners tapped, Frank, $47 billion of their equity in the first quarter of this year out of their homes.
Which is crazy. That's a lot.
But everything's fine.
And what's that an indicator
of? People are stressed and they're running out of money and they're tapping into the only money source they have if they own a house.
Right.
And if you have equity in your house,
They have the ability to do it. Renters don't.
Thank you. Yeah. Right. Okay. There you go. Homeowners.
Scary.
It's very scary. Homeowners took out equity at the highest first quarter level since 2021.
How does it compare to 08?
Let's not talk about Let's hope we don't have I don't think we're going to get to 08 because we had a lot of instability with lenders giving money away to people that should have never gotten money.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is with personal credit this time.
Well, that's different on personal credit, but not so much on the housing, right? So in order to get a mortgage today, right, I'm not encouraging this. It's probably easier to make meth in your bathtub. Again, I'm not encouraging it. I'm just using it as an analogy because I'm Mr. Analogy. I don't know how you get a fraudulent loan through today with all the checks and balances we have to go through, right? All the checks. It's very difficult.
On the mortgage side, I 100% agree with you. It's so much better. But on the personal credit side, you can get a loan for anything.
100%.
Yeah.
You get a loan today for stuff you don't want to have to pay for until next year.
Yeah.
Right? You could buy food today and pay it in 90 days at some ridiculously high interest rate. It's kind of like the Hamburglar, right? I gladly pay you for a hamburger tomorrow, for a hamburger today, whatever.
That was wimpy.
Yeah, that too. That guy. 312-981-7200. So I want to talk about Chad Purtell. Oh, I want to invite the president on. So this is President Trump. Thank you for calling into the show, President Trump. Do I have to give credit to anybody for this clip, or is it just a universal clip, Benny? I think I might have to give it's a universal clip. So this is President Trump from the Oval Office earlier this week. Go ahead. Hey, welcome to the show, President Trump.
Lower the interest rates. You can have all the housing you want. But you have to understand, I don't want to hurt people that own houses, too. These people, for the first time in their lives, they have valuable houses. They become rich. I don't want to hurt them either. What you want to do is what good for everyone? Get the interest rates down. We have this numbskull that was the head of the Fed before, and he's a stupid person. And we call him too late because he was too late with the interest rates all the time. We need low interest rates. Low interest rates will solve everything. We'll solve that.
Okay. Thank you, President Trump. Stupid person that he appointed to the Fed, and the current Fed chair, Warsh, has indicated that he might have to increase rates. So I can't wait for that titanic seismic blow up from our president, because inflation is still out of control no matter what anybody in Washington or the Oval Office wants you to make you believe. It's still higher than it was when he took office. It was at 2.6%. It's over. It's almost 4%. I think it's over 4%.
Yeah, it's 4.1, I believe.
4.1. So 4.1 greater than 2.6. Yeah. Okay. So in order to stop inflation, the Fed, what does the Fed do? Increase short-term rates. So, it's unfortunate the president doesn't know how mortgage rates work, because mortgage rates work in the future financial viability of our economy. And, when we start doing tariffs that cost people more money, and then we get into credit crises like we're in, and we have gas at what was at 2, that's now at 4, puts more pressure on it. It's not good for the economy. It's not good for the consumer. So, I respectfully disagree with the president on that. And also, for those people, those people that own houses, if you cut rates, I don't understand what he was saying. If you cut rates, you will increase the value of people's houses, listeners' houses, because there will be more of a demand and more borrowers that qualify for mortgages. There will be more of a supply of buyers, right? And that will put a greater demand on the limited supply. And yes, you will add more housing because the rates are low, but there's still a shortage of houses. We're net 1 million homes for the past 15 years, Frank.
And that's what I was going to say.
Yes.
You still have a housing supply issue.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's all inventory.
Yeah.
There's no inventory.
So if you put downward pressure on rates, those people that own houses are going to benefit even more, because there'll be more people wanting to buy the same amount of houses that they have, and it'll raise prices. So President wants to call on the show, and I could explain that to him. I will. 312-981-7200. You could just send him a clip.
That would be so entertaining.
312-981-7200. Chad Purtell, sales manager at Mutual of Omaha, tried to convince one of our listeners who needed $76,000 to pay off debt and $50,000 to send her daughter to college, to refinance out of her 2.625% 30-year fixed loan that she will never see again, to go into a 6.875 30-year fixed loan with closing costs close to $12,000. And long story short, we went back and forth. Chad didn't realize he was talking to me, and I kind of kind of manhandled him professionally over the phone. And then I invited him on. I sent him a nice email after when I got home from Champaign. I'm like, hey, this is who I am. If I thought it was a good idea to refinance her out of her 2.625% loan, I would have done it. And you wouldn't have had it that bad at it. But taking out a HELOC for $150,000, which is what you qualified for, pay off her $76,000, it would have freed up over $2,800 a month. She could use the $2,800 a month that she's saving to pay for her college-educated daughter's tuition on a month-to-month basis instead of taking out $50,000 in an FHA loan and paying it on day one. So, Chad, I offered Chad. I told him we were going to talk about it. Chad Purtell. I offered Chad. I'm like, hey, we're going to be talking about this on Saturday at 10:15, 312-981-7200. If you want to call in, and he hasn't. The phone lines are open for the next 2 hours and 28 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. 312-981-7200. How'd you like that, Mike? Did you enjoy that? You're like
that's absolutely brutal that he would even attempt to do that.
Oh, it's brutal what's going on out there right now. There's so many desperate companies.
He was hanging on for like a $275,000 mortgage. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And like, it doesn't make sense. He's like, what's in it for you? What's in it for me? Nothing. I don't make anything on this. It's what's in it for the best.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do.
Right. It's the right thing to do. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. Shout out to Chad. That's the phone number if you want to call in. This is Home Sweet Home Chicago at 720 WGN, Home Sweet Home Chicago. Who's coming up out of the break here? We're going to go to Mike Senegar Plumbing after these messages.
Making the ride home much more entertaining. Lisa Dent, afternoons 2 to 6 on WGN.
It's 65 degrees and mostly cloudy along Chicago's lakefront at 10:31. Good morning. I'm Rob LaFrenz. The news is sponsored by News Nation. A person has been killed in a combination of two wrecks this morning on I-57 that also involved an IDOT vehicle. In sports, the White Sox play the Royals at the rate this afternoon at 3:10. I hope they have a few runs left after yesterday's 22-1 win. And the Cubs play the Brewers this evening in Milwaukee at 6:10. WGN traffic on the Bishop Ford. There's an accident inbound at the I-57 interchange. You got stop-and-go traffic from 130th Street on that. Also on the Bishop Ford, outbound between 130th and the Bobian Woods Forest Preserve, there's stop-and-go traffic related to construction. And on the Eisenhower, we have stop-and-go traffic inbound between the Tri-State Tollway and Central Avenue. One person is dead following a crash on I-57. It happened just after 4:45 this morning near 127th Street. State police say an IDOT SUV and a vehicle were involved in the crash and pulled over to the shoulder. While they were on the shoulder, they were hit by another vehicle. One person was taken to the hospital where they were pronounced dead, and a second person was also taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. The forecast from the WGN Chicago Weather Center, decreasing clouds this afternoon with a chance of showers, mainly south. It'll be cool for the season, especially by the lake, with a high of 76, but just near 70 lakeside. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy with a chance of an isolated thunderstorm, lows in the mid to low 60s. And tomorrow, clouds and sun with a breezy south winds, boosting temperatures to a high of 88. Right now, it's 68 degrees at O'Hare, 69 in Midway, 71 in Buffalo Grove, and 66 degrees outside the WGN studios. Chicago News 24/7, breaking news at once. I'm Rob LaFrenz, WGN Radio News.
Mark Olson here. Now is the time to declare your independence from the outdated kitchen during the Redo Cabinets 4th of July event. Redo Cabinets, where hundreds of homeowners have discovered the benefits of refacing old kitchen cabinets, celebrates America's 250th birthday. Redo Cabinets, where you'll find premium cabinet facings made here in the USA, and you could choose from dozens of colors, various hardware, and accessory selections. During the Redo Cabinets 4th of July celebration, get $1,776 off your entire cabinet project and a free backsplash, and no payments for 12 months. That's right, no payments until 2027. Incredible savings. Call us today for a free, no obligation consultation. Redo Cabinets, 630-381-5583. That's 630-381-5583. Or visit us online at redocabinets.com. Don't replace it, redo it with Redo Cabinets.
I'm here with Home Sweet Home Chicago real estate attorney and trust planning expert Dave Schluter, who has been practicing law for nearly 40 years. We discussed recently some snares buyers of commercial properties can run into that can be very costly, Dave.
Commercial buyers typically get an extended period called due diligence to see that they're not overpaying, and also try to dig around of any snags with the city or the suburbs that might mandate repairs from them and be a big booby trap after they've closed. It's also a must to get a business license running so that it doesn't get denied after you buy the building.
Dave always provides a free phone or in-person consultation, has a great staff, and you can reach him by calling 630-285-5300 or online at WGNattorney.com. That's 630-285-5300 or online at WGNattorney.com.
Starting Monday on News Nation, Brian Enton hits the road for 250 years of America, a cross-country journey, face-to-face with America's unsung heroes in the communities that make our country extraordinary.
I'll share the stories that only get told in America.
Starting Monday at 5 a.m. on Morning in America on News Nation. Watch News Nation on Xfinity Channel 223, DirecTV Channel 307, and Dish Channel 207, or go to newsnationnow.com.
Before Hot Winds. Oof, let's heat things up. Get fired up with Hot Winds, a new game from the Illinois Lottery. Learn how to play at IllinoisLottery.com. Be smart, play smart. Must be 18 or older to play. Game odds available at IllinoisLottery.com.
Lou Manfredini here. Get real-time answers to your toughest lawn and garden questions. Join us live at Lurvy in Des Plaines, Saturday, July 18th from 6 to 10 a.m. Presented by Bertog Landscape Company. Details at WGNradio.com/events.
Now back to David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. The boss lady's listening. Mary Sandberg. So let's keep it in the lanes, guys. Let's not go outside the white lines.
Mary.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mary. We need to go till 2.
Hi, Mary.
Okay, let's not push it. All right, 312-9817. Well, their dad listens too. Maybe we go take that angle. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. Go to WGNDavid.com, WGNDavid.com. High-pressure sales tactics like my good boy Chad here. Your experience, are you seeing that as well? No, that's Frank. What are we talking about? I completely lost track here.
Well, actually, no, that applies to our business too. Anyone that goes to our website, centerguardplumbing.com, you can actually do a price calculator for anything that you want to do in your home. It 60 seconds and under for a water heater quote. And you send us pictures, we'll verify the quote that you got on that price calculator. And that price, when we show up at your house, is the price that you're going to pay. Not going to put you on the elevator, no bait and switch, no nothing. So you want to talk about no pressure, you're not going to find another plumbing company or, I believe, trade company out there that makes it as easy and painless and pressure-free as Center Guard Plumbing.
The special, I agree, obviously. You've been in and out of my home, and my daughter just sent a picture of a video of my shower downstairs. I've got a Kohler one-piece that the handle comes out and you go hot, cold, left, right. You got that vision? You put
I definitely have
4,000 of those into homes. Yeah, I pull the lever out and the entire mechanism comes out of the wall. Yeah, I've been working out. I know you're looking.
I was going to say that's probably what happened.
Yep,
you just manhandled it. We got to upgrade it.
It's just a brute strength, yeah, Dave.
I get that a lot, but yes and no. Working on a lot of lower body, and I pulled it with my hand. So the nozzle, the fixture,
handle.
The handle.
Yeah,
so,
you pulled the handle off of the cartridge.
What's going on there? Is that normal?
Well, with your home, it could be a lot of things. The builder might not have put a clip in there that locking that in position.
Great.
You've been in there what now? 4 years?
4 years. Yeah.
4 years.
I've had my entire plumbing redone in my house.
Yeah, it's really sad. I've never seen new construction done the way your home was done, and
great. Happy I made that list.
Yeah, you definitely made the list.
Special.
He's a great customer for sure.
Great. Glad I spent more than $6 on my house.
That's something that, with your skill set and an Allen key set, we could probably fix it over the phone if you want to FaceTime me later.
Done. All right.
Otherwise, obviously, we'll go to the go-to, which is Dan, that works for me.
Kevin, I will be wearing clothes when I am in the shower doing a video call with Mike, so don't get excited.
Yeah, that's good for Mike.
I know. It's good for Mike. Kevin was getting, I was like, all right, I'll be on that call. Can we go to the gas pipe thing? Because a lot of listeners, right? Listen, my father-in-law's in his 80s. Yeah. Okay, he finally grilled for the first time in his new home that he moved into from Underline. He moved to Northbrook, right? Because he got tired of being 15 miles away, taking us an hour and a half to see him in Mundelein, because there's really no direct route unless you bought a helicopter to get from Northbrook to Mundelein. And he wanted a grill. It fired it up. Tank was empty. So here he goes. First time he's used the grill in his new house. Beautiful night. Gonna grill up some salmon. He likes salmon and chicken wings. That's his thing. Whatever. All right. So goes to turn the grill on. Boom. Totally empty. Now he's got to unscrew it. Schlep down to the gas station. Pick up a new tank. They're heavy.
Yeah, 84 years old too.
Yeah, they're heavy.
And connecting them. So yeah, eliminate the propane and just run natural gas right out the side of your home to your patio. And we can do that for you.
How tough is that to install? His home was built in the 80s,
brick,
90s.
It's not hard. We've got all the tools to drill through, whether it be brick or cinder block.
Okay.
If it's wood siding, vinyl siding. The biggest thing is just finding where we can, latch onto a pipe inside the home. But the actual part of running it out and, providing that. The nice thing, too, is you're going to have a shutoff valve inside the house. If you ever had trouble like you had, where your flex connection was leaking, you can turn that off and eliminate that as a safety threat.
Another great job by the plumber. My flex connector was leaking. Yes.
The 847 just texted in, and they asked, they've been in their house for 30 years. They have 3 showers. They've never done any maintenance to them, replacing cartridges or anything like that. Oof. Is that something that you suggest you do? Or after 30 years, taking it apart, does that open up a can of worms?
It definitely opens up a can of worms. Basically, what I would do in that situation is leave them until you need them to be repaired or replaced. To get in there now and try to lubricate those cartridges, if they're stems, I know you've just perked up on that, but I'd be ripping you off and actually causing you more expense by going in and taking those all apart, because they're not going to come apart the way they should.
Or go back together the way they should.
Correct.
I've gotten things apart. Very easy to get things apart.
Putting it together is the hard part.
It's putting it back together properly. And you know what happens, Louis? Like, I take it apart, and there's like 7 pieces.
You have extra parts when you're done.
I got there's always like 2 or 3 extra pieces, and I'm just like,
they're spares.
They're spares. Yeah. They didn't really need it when I took it out, but everything fits until I got water going everywhere, and I got
until
water
it comes
in my
out the
basement.
wall, Dave. Right?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. We always have spare parts.
And you are the reason us trades are in business.
That's why I work 90 hours a week to hire guys like you to fix my stuff. But so I've got a drill. Right, and I've got a concrete bit. I don't know how to work. I don't know how the drill works, but you don't like recommend some knucklehead like myself going to get the drill bit and start drilling holes into the side of his house to put a gas line in. It's not the smartest thing to do.
No, a skilled person could definitely do it, but for that type of situation, especially for Larry, your father-in-law, he's going to give us a call and we'll take care of that for him. But the gas inspection we're running for $99. What's incredible about that? And, we've had this ran before. If you call Nicor Gas, you smell gas, or you call People's Gas, what do? They come out, they say, oh, yeah, you have a leak, and they shut your meter down and put a lock on it. Yep. Well, it doesn't matter if it's a big enough leak, if it could be minus 10 degrees out. Now what? You've got an emergency.
Yep.
And it's going to be a very costly repair. And who are you going to call? You're going to call a plumber.
Yep.
So why not get ahead of it? Odds are we come out and probably, Kevin could tell you, he does them all the time. 4 out of 10, people just don't smell gas. 4 out of 10 will actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 gas leaks in their home. And then we're there and we can fix that same day without ever, calling the gas company and having that all shut down.
Okay, so I'm a little ignorant on this. So I always thought that if you were leaking gas, your carbon monoxide detectors would go off. No. Why is that not the case?
Carbon monoxide, it's only that detector is only going to pick up carbon monoxide. Natural gas is a totally different animal that does not set off a fire alarm or a carbon monoxide detector.
And you can't smell it, so that's dangerous.
There's people that can't smell it. They do add a smell to it so that you're supposed to be able to smell it. But, Kevin will tell you, we walk into homes, and the minute you walk in the front door, you're like, oh, you got a gas leak. And they're like, what? We're not trying to scare them or force them to do anything, but we can smell it. We're used to, that distinct smell. And a lot of people just don't have the nose or whatever it is that picks up that smell. And we go out, we do these inspections. We do them all the time for Nicor Gas, but we also do it for, WGN listeners or any other Center Guard customer out there. And it saves you that nightmarish headache of, all of a sudden you don't have a stove, you don't have a gas water heater.
Where you get sick.
You don't have a furnace, and now you've got to try to find a plumber in the middle of the night or on the weekend or on a holiday. You can eliminate that all just by $99.
You want to hear? You want to hear something funny? Okay. Which, if you don't have a sense of humor, then if you don't find this funny, then you don't have a sense of humor. So I just want to preface this in case you didn't find it funny. I'm out there power washing, which I love doing because I'm out there with my earbuds in. I'm just alone. It's fantastic. Like blowing snow. Nobody bothers me. So I'm out there, and I see there's green algae on my grill cover, right? So I'm out there. I'm like, all right, no problem. I get it. Bam! I'm popping. I'm power washing the algae off my black Weber grill cover, which is a bad idea because I popped holes in it because it was too much pressure. Now I got to buy a new cover. That's beside the point. Okay, so I'm popping this thing. I'm going left and right. It's beautiful, right? So I go do something else. Now I start smelling gas. So I go, hey, Elise, we got a gas leak out here. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, there's a gas leak. I smell. She's like, I don't smell anything. I'm like, I smell gas. Okay, so I'm like, I don't need to blow up the entire neighborhood, okay, because I don't have gas blowing up neighborhood coverage. Okay, so boom, like literally 15 minutes later, Night Corps rep comes out. He's got his little meter. He's walking around, goes by the gas. He's like, somebody didn't turn the grill off. I'm like, what are you talking about? We haven't used the grill in like 2-3 weeks. He's like, well, the grill's on. I'm like, oops. I'm like, whoop. That was me.
You pressure washed it on.
I pressure washed the grill on because I did such an amazing job when I was right. It pushed one of the buttons in and turned the grill on. So I'm just like, my God. So now I feel like an idiot, right?
Well, again, thank you for keeping us all in business.
I start the day, baseline, and then I'm just like, I just went to professional idiot level. So now I'm like offering the guy like lunch. I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry for wasting your time. Can I make you a sandwich? You want a drink? You want a soda? I'm like, can I make your car payment? Right? I'm just like, I'm trying to make them happy. Right? In case I have another gas leak, I don't want them to think, oh, it's Hochberg power washing again. Right? So I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah,
right?
Don't power wash your grill.
Don't power wash your grill with the Westinghouse 3400 PSI. I'm just saying. It would be nice for a sponsorship opportunity here. If our listeners want to reach out to you, what's the best number?
Yeah, reach out at 847-406-8883 or WGNplumber.com.
Real quick, texted in 630. Love Center Guard. Got my water heater from them today, and they want to know if Kevin is in studio.
Kevin is in studio. Say hi, Kevin.
Kevin, you want to do a health and wellness check? All right. Yeah, that's Kevin. All right, we're turning his mic off. All right, 312-981-720. Listeners want to reach you. Best number.
847-406-8883. Sorry about that.
All right,
How many eights was that?
Yeah, you want to... Okay.
847.
Mr. Tourette's
406-8883.
All right, good. All right, so is that the first time you ever heard of anybody power washing their grill on?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Dave, you do things right, man.
I do it right. When I do it wrong, I do it right.
Did you want me to lie and say, no, I hear that all the time?
Yeah, would have made me feel better.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, not. Said
Just
nobody.
cut that out.
Yeah, said nobody ever. 312, because nobody ever power washes their cover of their grill like a knucklehead like I do. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. This is Home Swim Chicago at 720 WGN. Frank from Access coming up after these messages.
We're Chicago's very own WGN.
Replacing your windows and doors is a big project. You need an installer you can trust. The solution is simple. Do what I did. I'm John Williams. Call Next Door and Window, 844-600-NEXT for a free consultation. Next is a local family-owned business. Over the past 24 years, they've replaced thousands of windows and doors for homeowners all over Chicagoland. They're proud of the trust they've built. That trust has earned them the BBB Torch Award for Business Ethics. And Next offers this unique solution fiberglass windows. Designed to withstand Chicago's extreme weather, they don't warp and crack like vinyl. Fiberglass windows stay snug and tight. They last up to 50 years. Next Door and Window is 100% focused on your satisfaction. They take a no-pressure consultative approach. You buy when you're ready. Right now, get premium fiberglass windows for as low as $89 a month, plus 50% off installation of windows and doors. Call 844-600-NEXT, online, nextwindow.com. Nextwindow.com.
To most, it's just another sidewalk or parking lot. But to Andreas & Sons, it's a work of art, perfectly paved with attention to detail. Andreas & Sons, a family-owned Chicago business, has the expertise to handle any job. Patios, stairs, foundations, driveways, loading docks, warehouse floors. Andreas & Sons does it all. Commercial, industrial, or residential. If your project requires concrete, then you need to contact the experts. Andreas & Sons. For a free estimate, call 708-863-5735. 708-863-5735. Or visit AndreasConstruction.com. Be sure to ask about their neighborhood discounts and special financing too. Andreas & Sons Concrete Construction, providing high-quality professional concrete solutions since 1956. Call 708-863-5735. 708-863-5735. Or visit AndreasConstruction.com.
Most homes sell for less than they should simply because they weren't prepared properly. At the Sarah Leonard team, preparation isn't an afterthought, it's the strategy. Hi, it's Sarah Leonard. For more than 20 years, we've built a trusted network of painters, handymen, cleaners, and stagers who know exactly how to make a home shine. When our partners go to work, sellers see the difference. Their homes show better, sell faster, and for more money. The preparation doesn't have to be stressful. From decluttering and organizing to staging and decorating, our team guides you step by step on what to do to maximize your home's value. You get full service support, expert direction, and a smoother selling experience from start to finish. Because when it's time to sell, who you choose matters. Choose the team that knows how to position your home for its highest price. Choose the Sarah Leonard team. Your home sold, guaranteed, or we'll buy it. Call 224-263-1238 or visit WGNSarah.com.
Let's review.
You guys got up early today.
We did.
Really early.
We did.
Yeah, because we come from the far north suburbs.
Yeah, because we're smart, right, Frank?
We are smart.
Yeah, exactly.
Passed out
Had
in
a
each
nice
other's
dinner.
arms.
Yeah, of course. Some say snuggled.
Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
People turn off our show sometimes.
Yes,
you know,
a lot of times.
Now, here's David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. Frank, you got a lot of headlight, tail light warranty companies out there. Be careful what you get. Kind of like Chad trying to convince our listener here, both her and her husband are law enforcement officers, like officers of law, which I take care of. I take care of everybody, but especially first responders. And this guy's trying to shoehorn her out of a loan so he can make a commission, which didn't make any sense. You get that all the time in your industry as well.
Yeah, and one of the things that we've run across here in the last few months is we're seeing companies that are going out into somebody's home and pretending that they have authorization from a state or federal agency for that client. So that what they'll do is they'll say, here, all you have to do is sign here, which is a contract. They're pulling their credit. They're giving them basically like a 10 or 20-year loan. They're charging them like $30,000 to do their bathroom. And they say, don't worry about it because the state's going to pay you back when it gets approved, and then you could just pay off your bill. So buyer beware. Mm-hmm. The state doesn't pay unless you have pre-authorization. The federal government doesn't pay until you have pre-authorization. Agencies, grants, it doesn't matter where you're getting it from, private or public, they don't pay until you have pre-authorization. So now these families are on the hook for a bathroom that they're paying 2 or 3 times more than they should be for with the company that shouldn't have never presented it that way.
Let me guess that the guarantee that you could pay it back when you receive the money, when you get refunded when you receive the funds from the state or the federal government is done verbally with no proof that was ever said, not in writing.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing in writing. So they're just signing a personal contract.
I never said that.
Yeah.
If you could find the
we don't work with the agencies. That's up to them to go get it.
Yeah. If you could find the sales representative after you sign it.
And it's running rampant. Just in the last 3 months alone, we've run across it over a dozen times.
Wow.
Yeah.
A dozen
Yeah,
times.
and we were able to stop it a few times where we caught it within the 3 days to cancel it. But sometimes you get too you're in a legal contract now. Now you need a lawyer to get out of it.
Wow, that's a scumbag move.
It's horrible.
That's
it's absolutely
that's
brutal.
Unreal.
Well, you told me something today with the Veteran Administration as well, that you guys do a lot of work. 50% of your business comes helping.
No, it's not 50%. Don't exaggerate,
Okay,
everybody.
49. No, okay, less than 50% is veteran work that comes directly from the VA. They contact you.
We do a lot of work directly with the VA. So depending on the grant that you're getting from the VA, sometimes it's the VA is providing funds to the veteran and the veteran picks their contractor. And sometimes the VA is picking the contractor and sending us out to go help, that veteran. But make no bones about it. I mean, the VA is picking the best contractor they can for that situation, but they always rotate the work. They never lock into one vendor ever, so they're always rotating between 4 or 5 different companies.
If a veteran is listening to the show right now and filed it's not a claim, it's a request, would that be what it was?
So all requests through the Veterans Administration become through the veteran's doctor. That's where it all starts, right?
Okay,
so the VA is not going to give somebody a stair lift or a ramp or grab bars or anything like that if the doctor says they don't need it, right? It's not, because it needs to serve the veteran, not the veteran's spouse, not the veteran's child that might be living there.
Right.
It is for the veteran. So everything starts with the doctor.
Okay, so the doctor then sees that there's a need for the veteran. It could be for the veteran's spouse.
I have not seen that. I don't think it's the case. I could be wrong,
okay,
but I have not personally seen that.
Okay, so the veteran goes to see his or her doctor, right? They're there, whatever, can't walk as well, needs some grab bars, maybe a lift, or has trouble transitioning for whatever reason, right? Whatever medical condition. The doctor then sends a slip to the VA and says this veteran needs help.
Well, the doctor is part of the VA, so it's all done internally. It's all done internally, right?
Okay.
So sometimes they send him to physical therapy first, to make sure, and then the physical therapist will verify that, his motor skills need.
So you have to see a doctor at the VA.
Everything starts with the doctor. It does not start with a contractor like us.
Okay,
they call us at the end to say, this veteran needs a ramp, they need handrails, they need grab bars, they need stair lift, we need to help them get upstairs, whatever the situation is, and then we go assess the home and provide the estimates back to the VA.
So if a veteran has a personal doctor and doesn't use the VA for their medical, for their medical challenges, whatever, they would then need to go to a VA doctor.
Correct.
After they see their doctor.
Correct.
In order to get. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. All right, we got to hit a break here. Phone number, website if our listeners want to reach out.
630-616-6249 or allaboutaccess.com.
All right, this is David Hochberg. 312-981-7200. MegaPro's call, text, and phone lines. Top of the hour. So I have to read what's here on my right. The news is next from the Northwestern Medicine Newsroom. It's only been up there for like 3 years, and most of the times I miss it. We're going to throw it over to news. We're going to come back. We've got Louis Shapiro from Redo Cabinets coming up after the break. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. That's a MegaPro's call, text, and photo line. This is Homes from Chicago, 720 WGN.
One single pest can ruin a business's reputation. Rose Pest Solutions is a trusted resource for commercial organizations that can't afford surprises, like rodents, cockroaches, and other pests. Our partnerships are built on integrity, consistency, and a science-based approach that protects health and property. From kitchens and patient rooms to classrooms and production floors, Rose Pest Solutions delivers the communication and reliability that businesses depend on in a pest management partner. For a free assessment, call Rose Pest Solutions at 1-800-GOT-PESTS or visit rosepestcontrol.com.
Did your electric bill make you say, what just happened? Demand for electricity is skyrocketing and utility rates are rising across the country, and it's expected to continue at a staggering rate. A Sunrun solar and power storage system puts you back in charge. With no upfront costs, locked-in rates, and backup power when you need it most, solar can limit your reliance on the grid. See if your home qualifies. Schedule a no-cost consultation, 224-458-7868, or visit gosunrun.com/WGN.
Hey Chicagoland, it's Tommy from Erdman Outdoor Living. Imagine stepping into a backyard designed for the way you really live, with morning coffee, family dinners, game days, and relaxing nights outside. At Erdman Outdoor Living, we help homeowners create custom outdoor spaces with beautiful decks, backyard remodels, and structure pergolas that let you control the sun, shade, and shelter with a touch of a button. As the exclusive structure pergola dealer in the Chicago suburbs and southern Wisconsin area, Erdman combines thoughtful design, quality craftsmanship, and a seamless process from consultation to completion. It all starts with a personalized design consultation where our team helps you plan a low-maintenance outdoor space built around your home and your lifestyle. Add lighting, fans, and screens, and your backyard becomes the place everyone wants to be. Mention WGN Radio and get 10% off your project, plus 3 years no-interest financing. Schedule your design consultation today at erdmanoutdoorliving.com or call 847-860-6811 for Erdman Outdoor Living. Tell them Tommy sent you.
Enter the Lindemann Chimney Heating and Cooling June Sweepstakes. For every North Side or South Side Baseball Series sweep here in June, Lindemann Chimney Heating and Cooling is giving away free air conditioner cleaning checks with boxes of Chicago's best steakhouse steaks from Happy to Meet You. Cool comfort and delicious steaks on the grill. There's no better way to enjoy summer. Log on to WGNradio.com/contest now. That's WGNradio.com/contests.
Student loan laws are changing. If you're a parent who already borrowed federal student loans, it's never been more important to act than right now. This summer, major changes are coming to repayment and forgiveness programs. If you don't take steps before the changes hit, you could permanently lose access to lower payments or forgiveness. Loan servicers won't explain this. An experienced student loan attorney will. Call Kaplan Law Firm, 312-294-8989, or visit financialrelief.com. Kaplan Law Firm is located at 25 East Washington in Chicago.
The best local resources combined with the global resources of News Nation. This is the station that keeps you informed. Chicago's very own, on air and online.
WGN Chicago.
A Nexstar Media Group station.
It's 65 degrees and cloudy along Chicago's lakefront at 11:01. Good morning. I'm Rob LaFrenz. The news is sponsored by TopCashBuyer.com. Chicago police say they're ready for the thousands of people attending tomorrow's Pride Parade.
The White Sox getting ready for the afternoon, bringing up a new pitcher.
WGN traffic, a lot happening out there. Here's a few of the slowdowns on the Bishop Ford. We're backed up outbound before 130th Street and Beaubien Woods in the Forest Preserve. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive, northbound between Roosevelt and Randolph, we've got stop-and-go traffic. On the Eden, southbound between Foster and Montrose Avenue and the Kennedy Junction, that's all backed up. And on I-94 in Indiana, eastbound between State Route 49 and Port of LaPorte County line, there's a construction-related delay. The city's laid out the safety plan for Sunday's 55th annual Chicago Pride Parade. Thousands are expected to come out to the North Allsted neighborhood, where there will be more than 150 floats, along with marching bands and performances when the parade kicks off in the city's Lakeview neighborhood. City leaders have shortened the route the past few years to reduce the risk of violence, and Chicago police say they're prepared for whatever may happen.
I won't get into numbers of how many officers we have out there. I don't want to give up a tactical advantage. Our responsibility is to respond immediately, make arrests if we have to immediately, restore orders so we can continue to celebrate.
That's Chicago Police Chief Angel Navala as the parade kicks off on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. One person is dead following a crash on I-57. We get the details from WGN's Pam Jones.
Illinois State Police say the crash happened just after 4:45 this morning on I-57 near 127th Street. Police say an IDOT SUV and a vehicle were involved in the crash and pulled over to the shoulder where they were hit by another vehicle. One person was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead. A second person was taken to the hospital with unknown injuries.
ISP says that second person was an IDOT worker who's been hospitalized. We're still waiting to hear about their condition. Illinois Democrat Representative Mike Quigley is officially tossing his hat into the ring for Chicago mayor.
They announced I'm running for mayor of the city of Chicago. I am doing the official announcement at the Uptown Theater, one of the great treasures of our city, because it reminds us just how great it is, but it's going to need our help, like our city.
Quigley spoke with WGN's Steve Dale. Tune in tomorrow after 1 o'clock to hear the full interview. Military experts say they expect more strikes between the U.S. and Iran after Bahrain reported Iran attacked a second ship in the Strait of Hormuz Friday. Earlier, U.S. forces confirmed an Iranian drone attack damaged a cargo ship in the Strait. In retaliation, the U.S. launched new strikes, hitting Iranian missile and drone locations as well as coastal radar sites. Retired Marine Corps Colonel Mark Kansian told News Nation that tit-for-tat could threaten an already fragile ceasefire.
The fundamental problem is that the two sides disagree about what was in the memorandum of understanding. The U.S. says the strait is open. The Iranians say, no, we control the strait, and we decide who can transit and who cannot transit.
President Trump has called the Iranian strike on a cargo vessel a foolish violation of the ceasefire agreement. Meanwhile, Iran called it ceasefire management. WGN Sports Time, 11:04.
White Sox got the bats going last night. 22 runs coming across the plate as they bomb the Royals, 22-1. Today it's an afternoon contest. Davis Martin gets the start. He's 9-3. He's been the Sox ace all season. ERA just over 3. Sox also making a move, sending David Sandlin down to AAA Charlotte. He started last night, won the game. 1 run, 6 strikeouts in 6 innings. Sox bringing up left-handed pitcher Tyler Schweitzer from AAA to replace him. Cubs back up in Milwaukee tonight trying to beat the Brewers. It's not been easy to do. They fell last night 6-2. Cubs were up 1-0 after a Seiya Suzuki home run, but the Brewers scored 6 runs in the 6th. World Cup today, 6 matches going on, including Argentina and Lionel Messi. Messi will not start as Argentina has already advanced. They take on Jordan today. WNBA, the Sky over Portland, 124-94. Camila Cardoso led the way with 30. I'm Mark Harmon, WGN Sports.
Some morning clouds and maybe a couple sprinkles up near the Wisconsin state line, but sunshine emerges a little later on for today. We'll see breezy winds out of the south-southeast that'll boost our temperatures to warmer than yesterday, but still a little bit shy of where we should be for temperatures this time of the year in the lower end of the 80s. Cooler by the lake with those southeasterly winds. Temperatures inland close to 80 and close to the lakefront will be in the mid-70s. As we get into tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies and a chance for a couple isolated showers with thunderstorms. Overnight lows in the mid to low end of the 60s. For tomorrow, expect to see clouds and sun. Chance of an isolated thunderstorm super early and breezy south-southwesterly winds. Drive our temperatures up towards 90. From the WGN Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Tim Joyce.
It's 71 degrees at O'Hare, 72 at Midway, 69 in Waukegan, and 65 degrees outside the WGN studios. Chicago News 24/7, breaking news at once. I'm Rob LaFrenz, WGN Radio News.
Thank you, Rob. Hey, Carm.
Yes, David.
What do you think of that trade the Blackhawks made?
I am not wild about it, but I get the urgency to have a little more veteran establishment, if you will, in the defensive line. Sure.
All right. You want my comment back to you?
Yeah,
Carm?
I do.
Stick to tennis. Home Sweet Home Chicago coming up next.
Here's Sue from Ingleside calling into WGN Radio's Home Sweet Home Chicago with David Hochberg and Amy Farrell from Access, the Midwest leader in home accessibility solutions.
I applied for one of those ISO loans when Frank first came out with them a year ago, and I got approved. He told me to talk to Kristen. That woman is a firecracker. She gets things done. So now we're waiting and waiting. It's a year and a half. And this person from the state of Illinois, so I finally called Kristen. She says, no, that didn't happen. So she called this person from the state of Illinois. Dylan called me 2 hours after I talked to her. He came out here. He measured for the grab bars because I was approved for grab bars because of my macular degeneration, and now I subsequently had a stroke. The people that work for that company are unbelievable, even the people that answer the phone. What a wonderful company Access is.
Everyone cares and everyone genuinely wants to help.
Phone number for listeners who want that type of service on their next project.
630-616-6249 and allaboutaccess.com.
Summer relaxation starts on the Mississippi. Step aboard the Riverboat Twilight, proudly celebrating 20 years of unforgettable cruises. A family-owned treasure that treats every guest like family. From peaceful one-day getaways to scenic 2-day adventures, freshly prepared meals, live entertainment, and breathtaking views from 3 spacious decks. Affordable and just a short drive from Chicago, yet it feels like a world away. Book your summer escape now at riverboattwilight.com.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spell book.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
How do you turn screen time into a superpower? Welcome to Code Ninjas. From robotics and summer camps to their core coding programs, they make STEM education incredibly fun. Kids love building video games, earning belts, and making friends. Parents love seeing their children develop critical thinking, confidence, and math skills with total schedule flexibility. Try a free 1-hour session today. Schedule online at codeninjas.com/Chicago. That's codeninjas.com/Chicago. Code Ninjas, the smart part of a great summer.
This episode of Home Sweet Home Chicago is sponsored by David Hochberg and Jeremy Hogle from MegaPros Home Repair, Remodel, and Renovation Experts. Frank Wazalewski from Access, Mike Epping, Center Guard Plumbing, and Louis Shapiro from Redo Cabinets. For additional sponsors of the Home Sweet Home program, please visit WGNradio.com/Home Sweet Home Chicago. Now, here's David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. That's a MegaPros call, text, and photo line. We got Louis in here from Louis Shapiro from Redo Cabinets. You gave me a text. You called me? Did you call me or text me?
I shot you a text, Dave, yes.
Earlier this week, out of the blue, see Louis Shapiro. Are you available? I'm like, yeah, I'm available. And take it from there.
Yeah, so we had a loyal listener. We went out and saw her. Huge fan of the show. So shout out to all of our loyal listeners out there. And we came out, and she had another vendor out there a few weeks before that, and they were saying, hey, we think it's going to cost this, we think it's going to cost this, but we really don't know. And the comparison I like to make is, Dave, you ever watch HGTV?
I don't, but my wife does, so I guess I by default do.
Probably do. And then, like, how often on those shows do things go smooth?
Oh, all the time, because it's 24 minutes and a half hour to get an entire house done. Miraculously, snap of a finger.
Yes, we all know Dave is not telling the truth here. So things always go sideways, things always go south, and the homeowner is always the one stuck paying for it. That's the challenge you get when you take a chance. If you want a company that's been around for 70 years, going to give a guaranteed price, what we do is we come out to your home for free. We'll bring our showroom to your house so you can see what everything looks like in your light. And then if it makes sense, we'll take care of you, and we can get your kitchen installed on average of 3 to 5 days for cabinets, 1 day for countertops, 1 day for backsplash. It's a really great experience.
I got to ask you.
Sure.
How do you do 1 day on countertops? Because my experience with countertops is you put in the cabinets, then you measure, right, and then they get custom made. So how are you able to turn them around that fast?
Great question. So like probably 75% of our customers, we're not disturbing the space. Like the base cabinets are already in place, so we can go out, do the laser template, and then once the cabinet portion's done, we'll come behind it and then do the cabinets. Then we'll do the countertops. We'll do the countertops. We do go back the next day for plumbing. We do want the sink, especially undermount sink, to settle for 24 hours. But it's a smooth experience. Everything is seamless with us.
So that's interesting. So you're not. This is again. You're not changing the design of the kitchen. Your cabinets, all that stuff are staying in place. You're taking all the measurements up front, and all that stuff's getting made while the cabinets are getting remade or made or whatever.
Correct. So, like, we can do things. Like, for example, like a lot of our customers, when they're updating their kitchen, they're updating their appliances as well. Fridges are bigger. So if we need to put a new cabinet over the fridge, we can do it. If there's any water damage, we can replace the cabinets. We have a lot of different accessories we have to increase functionality. But yeah, when we're not disturbing the base cabinets, we can get ahead of it and do the laser template early. So once the cabinets are done, we'll come right behind and do it.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take some notes, Frank. Maybe get your
maybe
jobs done.
Maybe
quicker.
I should just call them and have them come to my house.
Frank, speaking of coming to your house, Frank, didn't you just say you had someone come out to your house to give a price on the kitchen?
I did. Yeah, we were talking about that before the show. So I had, and I even do, kitchens for folks that need it with disabilities. But I didn't want to do my own kitchen, so I had somebody come out to, give me an estimate, and I was.
It was a 6-figure quote, right?
$180,000. I was completely like, okay. All right. Well.
So when do they start?
Let's go to plan. Let's go. No, we're working on Plan B right now.
Yeah, redo cabinets.
The one that's 5 digits instead of 6 digits.
Yeah.
So one thing I do want to touch on right now is we have a great promotion going on right now. It's declare your independence from your outdated kitchen. We're going to give you $17.76 off your cabinets, plus a free backsplash, and then we have a lot of different financing options, including no payments for 12 months.
No payments for 12 months.
No payments for 12 months. You talked earlier about buy now, pay later, so it
well,
goes right into that.
Well, and a lot of listeners, because listen, Consumer Credit Union, if you have great credit and click and check all the boxes, you get a quick $100,000 home equity line of credit in like 2-3 weeks. I just found that out a couple weeks ago. I had no idea. Sent them millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars in HELOCs, and had no idea. If you need a quick $100,000, boom, 2-3 weeks. So how long out are you on your jobs?
So right now, whenever customers are ready to go forward, we put 8 to 10 weeks on the contracts.
Okay.
We're about a week and a half, 2 weeks on measures. So we come out, take the measurements. So when my team comes out, we're measuring square footage. We're measuring kind of the openings. And then I have a measure tech come out behind us. Says door number 1 is 30 inches by 18. Door number 2 is 30 inches by 18 1/8, and this side needs 5/8 hinges. This side needs 7/16 inch hinges. But it's a very smooth process. Our customers are extremely happy. We have thousands of 4.8, 4.9 Google reviews. We're really highly rated with the Better Business Bureau, and we just make it a really great experience.
Frank.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, no, I can honestly tell you, we actually do some plumbing work for them. So my crews are in after the countertops, the cabinets, everything is done. What they do to your home without destroying your, normally a full kitchen remodel, Frank can, stand behind me on this, normally is at least a month.
Or longer.
Yeah.
Or longer.
It could go 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are coming in. They're not going to disrupt your life. And when they get done, you can't tell. That kitchen looks brand new. And if you want to add an island, we see that a lot where you guys add an island. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Recently, we've made a big update to the accessories we have. So, we not only can improve the look of your kitchen, we can improve the functionality of it as well. It's great. We're helping a lot of our clients age in place.
All right, we got to hit a break. Pick it up on the other side. Phone number for our listeners who want to reach out.
The best number to give us a call is 630-686-1700. 630-686-1700.
Could you read the 646 text message, please?
Sure. Dave, suggestion. Clean up your crude language. Words such as scumbag doesn't belong on air.
Well, I looked up 646.
Well,
serves all of Manhattan in New York.
Which is wonderful, but they should go out to breakfast with us, and then you'll really hear his mouth.
And I was born in Brooklyn. So I will tell this person with the Manhattan accent, don't worry about it. Okay?
Forget about it.
And somebody's taking advantage of our listeners, and they're scumbags. Welcome to Chicago. They're a scumbag. Okay? So if you can't handle that, I don't know what to tell you. You're from New York. Give me a break. I could say some things, but I can't because I'm on WGN. 312-981-7200. Get over it. Hey, listen, it's a beautiful day outside. Go get some sun on your face. 312-981-7200. 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and voter line. More of your text calls and just the rest of the calamity. And talking about people from New York after these messages.
WGN. They ended up putting a new roof on our house.
We are talking today with mega customer Betty Dickman.
The shingles were defective, and they helped us out with the class action, getting us pictures and everything, and then we automatically called them to come out and put it on the new roof. Let's see now, they've done siding, they did the original roof, they did all of our windows, a patio door, attic fan, and I couldn't be happier with them. They come in, they do their job, you hardly even know they're around. They clean up, we're just thrilled with them. I go right to them whenever we have a project. All the people there at Mega are just wonderful. I always recommend them, and I wouldn't hesitate to recommend them in the future.
One mega call does it all.
847-658-8989. 847-658-8989.
Megapros.com. One mega call does it all.
Hi, I'm Tim Stearns from TJ Stearns. I find that people are generally unaware of certain factors that can significantly impact your path to retirement. Factors like healthcare, taxes, income, and legacy planning. As you approach retirement, if these elements are not addressed, it can have devastating effects. I call it the retirement riddle, and I love solving it. Call me. Let's discuss a Protect and Grow blueprint. 1-800-640-2256. My only minimum is that you're a nice person. 1-800-640-2256 or visit tjstearns.com.
You know, if I had to guess, I bet there are over 50 different roofing companies you could get a quote from for a new roof within a 100-mile radius of Chicago. But for me, Lou Manfredini, the one I would hire, and I have, is Lindholm Roofing. They've been in the roofing business since 1949. You know, you hear the term family-owned a lot, and quite frankly, some companies are stretching that truth. You see, at Lindholm Roofing, running their business are Tim, Ryan, Mallory, and Rebecca Lindholm. They have employees that have been with them for over 30 years. That says a lot to me. They do the highest quality work at the fairest price. So whether you need a repair, a new roof, gutters, siding, or tuck pointing, Lindholm is the right company to call. 773-283-7675. That's 773-283-7675, or just go to lindholmroofing.com. Lindholm Roofing. Their family has your family covered. And they mean it.
When you buy a car, you got a lot of options. You get 4 wheels, but how many doors do you want? Do you want a trunk or a frunk? A sunroof, moonroof, or a roof that comes all the way off? With Consumers Credit Union, your team can help you find your dream car and finance it with the kind of low fees and great rates that keep your options open. Consumers Credit Union. The people in your corner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Great guests, highlights. Join me, Jared Payton, weeknights at 10:30 on WGN TV for GN Sports.
Let's review. I have an outdoor grill with a direct tap. So he's like, turn the valve off, step away from the machine. We don't want a fire and an explosion.
And the nice thing is we fixed it. We brought some hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah.
We even cleaned the blood off of the brick.
Wow. I had 7 Band-Aids on that Saturday. Still did the show.
Wow, that's impressive.
Bob Surratt would have been laid up.
I'm shocked he didn't end up in the neighbor's yard, 2 blocks away because he blew himself up.
Now, here's David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
3129. Guys, when I do something, I attempt to do. What was I trying?
All the way.
You do it right, Dave.
I tried to do a DIY. Do it DIY.
Yeah, DIY.
That's maybe why I screwed it up, because I was doing it DIY.
That makes sense.
Do yourself it.
Do yourself in.
That explains it. Hello. So I tried to get a fitting off, and I had 2 wrenches going. I thought I was MacGyver. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, I got 2 wrenches.
I can see him just dreaming up in the sky while he's doing this. Look how cool I look.
Dude, I am
My plumber got there. He thought there was like a murder
He's got
scene.
his kid recording him.
Blood everywhere.
I was so happy. I crenching it. I locked it. I'm going left and right and left. I've got because I've been working out, as you know. I've been going left. I couldn't get it done.
Were you wearing leaves on your head and a toga in your vision?
All right, let's not blow it out of proportion.
You just get angry and think periwinkle, and make it work.
I'm getting more frustrated, as you could tell. As you know me for a long period of time. And the blood's coming down to my fingers, and I'm getting this thing off. If I lose a finger, I don't care. I'd be a 9-digit man, and I couldn't get the damn thing off. And then I called Mike. I'm like, Mike, I'm throwing in the towel. He's like, step away from the grill. I'll send a guy out tomorrow. And Danny came out and fixed it. What was I trying to loosen? I don't even know what it was. It was a nut.
It was the hose connection to the house, which was done wrong by the new construction plumber.
Okay.
But
I see a trend here.
Absolute carnage. Carnage.
All right, let's get
I shouldn't laugh.
No, it's at my expense. We love it. Great. That's why we're here every Saturday and Thursday. 312-981-7200. When I was talking earlier about gas prices and mortgages, and it happens with certain 630. It happens with certain commodities, coffee, gas, crops. In business, they call it up like a rocket, down like a feather. Jeff's painting out in Elmer. So thank you, Jeff. Sent that in at 1023. My daughter and fiance are shopping for homes, and they say they see crappy houses in and around Chicago for $500,000. Proves my point, President Trump. All due respect. Needs work. They are stretching their dollar. They are threatening to move to central Illinois. We would like to keep them around in our home near our home on the northwest side of Chicago. so we could see our children, our grandchildren, and be close to them. That just proves it.
And the amount of people that I'm seeing move down to Central Illinois is amazing from this area. And what you can get there.
Forget about it. It's
That same $500,000 house in that same condition down there is under 2. And you'll get more land.
And you can move right in, and the
the
house.
people are really nice.
And,
It's moving ready.
And it's moving ready. Gas is $1.50 cheaper. You get your tax bills on time. And you could pull up to a restaurant and have to pay $15 to park your car.
Not only are tax bills on time, they're less.
Cheaper, right? I'm surprised that Chad did not come on the show. I'm not. Call in, Chad. 312-981-7200. I gave him the number. Let's talk about it. He kept saying, well, they're kicking their can down the road. No, they're going to take the $2,800 that they're saving, okay, $2,800 to fund their college education for their daughter on a month-by-month basis when they need it. And then when they're done with the $2,800 a month, over $3,000 a year, they'll take the $30,000 a year. They'll take the $30,000 a year and pay down their HELOC in 2.5 years. And within 5 years, they will have paid off their debt, paid for their college education for their daughter, and then paid themselves back. And guess what they still have? A 2.625% 30-year fixed loan. And guess what they didn't pay Chad in closing costs? It's almost $12,000, which is a half a year, a half a year's worth of tuition. Chad?
Doesn't even seem possible that people can do that.
Oh, they do. They don't even think twice about it.
Dude, she had the CD ready to go. The Chad sent her the closing disclosure. She's like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? I'm like, Dad, stop. Yeah. She's like, why? I'm like, because it's a horrible deal. It's a terrible deal for you and your family, especially, what are you doing?
Thanks for defining what CD meant.
Yeah, closing disclosure. 312-981-7200. So as increasing home prices is good for the seller, but not so good for the buyer because their wages don't keep up with appreciation value rates on homes. I did not say that.
Yeah, that's a problem we've had since the 70s.
Right. I can't correct homes going up because that's supply and demand, and we've talked about it in nauseam. We have a supply-side challenge that the president vetoed a bill. He didn't veto. He didn't sign legislation that the White House, the Senate, and the House worked on that will make it easier for home builders to build homes. He had a ceremony set up, our president, in the White House with Republican congressmen and women in the White House ready for the signing ceremony, and he canceled it at the last minute, okay, to make it easier for more inventory because according to him, lower rates are all that we need to get housing. No, he's wrong. 100% wrong. Factually wrong. Actually wrong. Okay, and what's happened is right here, you have houses at $500,000. What do you think's going to happen to that crappy house for this listener whose kids might move to Central Illinois when rates go from mid-sixes to the fives? What do you think's going to happen? Everybody that doesn't afford a house today in the sixes are going to come out and buy houses because it's cheaper to buy the house because the money's cheaper. More people, higher supply, right? I mean, higher demand. Yeah, you'll have more houses on the market because those people that are sitting in their 2s and 3s might get out now that it's in the 5 and their value's higher. But it's not going to be 15 million houses that were short since the collapse in 2000 and 2008, 9, 10, 11. We're net 1 million homes nationwide a year. That's what we need to build. And the president, who had legislation on his desk, is holding it up because he doesn't want to sign it because of the SAVE Act.
And that's the perfect time to come in after that diatribe with this text from 847. David, don't change your language. Part of your charm is your honesty and directness.
All right.
Keep up the great work. You are a man of the people.
Yeah, go have a kishki off
and
of
now there's no more room in the studio for the rest of us.
Yeah, that's right.
Charm is a very strong word.
Yeah. Go have a knish, from the carts and a dirty water dog, buddy, from Manhattan, with sauerkraut and some hot mustard. They're delicious. They're probably bacteria growing in the water, but it's all right. It's still good. 312-981. This body was made on dirty water dogs, by the way. And street vendor knishes. They're delicious. 312-981-7200. 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. Here's a good one. Ready? From 1034. David, we always enjoy hearing you and your co-hosts. You all do a great job. In Kane County, we received one tax bill for both payments. Why can't Cook County residents pay it based on their first installment? Thank you for your wisdom, George.
Because they haven't even gotten the first installment yet.
Because, George, we have 2,000 business owners and homeowners that haven't even gotten a bill last year, let alone this year, so they don't even know what to pay, number one. And if you can't pay a bill, I thought about this too. You can't pay your taxes without a bill. Maria Pappas verified that. You can't just send money in to the tax registry office without having a bill. That is a fact. Welcome to Cook County. And the real answer is because we're incompetent here in Cook County, and we will not hold Tyler Technologies to the fire because somebody's got to be getting an envelope someplace. I don't understand this sheer incompetence. So tell me this makes sense. You're laughing, Frank. Who's getting the envelope? I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm just making an observation. Who's getting an envelope? Somebody's got somebody working for somebody. Why are we putting the blowtorch on? You know what I bought Amazon days last night? 3 hours left to go. I bought one of those propane blowtorches so I might blow up my whole house. I might blow myself. I bought one of those things to knock out the weeds. So why are we taking one of those to Tyler Technologies? I don't know why. They just look cool, and I bought it. It was $60. So, why are we taking the blowtorch to Tyler Technologies? Just brought up. I bought underpants, and I bought a blowtorch. So I should have gotten some Gold Bond. I missed the Gold Bond.
You got to make a video of this.
I missed the opportunity to buy the Gold Bond on sale. God damn it.
Hochberg's next TikTok.
Hold on. I'm just saying. Why are we taking a blowtorch to Tyler Technologies? Right? Well, nothing said. Who's getting an envelope? Somebody's got to be getting taken care of. Someplace. Tell me I'm lying. Tell.
I can't argue with you.
Who's getting a steamer trunks full of cash dropped off at their house? Who's got a relative working at Tyler Technology? I'm just asking a question that everybody's thinking. Who's getting an envelope someplace? I'm sweating here.
Profusely.
The text messages are pouring in. Our listeners are actually starting to get worried about you. They want you to breathe.
Tell me I'm not wrong.
You need to sit down and have a juice pouch.
And some applesauce.
I think I need you better call the paramedics downstairs.
For 4 years, I've never seen you that fired up. That was impressive.
We got to go
still
to news.
talk.
I'm fired. This is ridiculous. 312-981-7200. 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. This is Home Team Chicago at 720 WGN.
Bob Surratt Mornings. The best way to start your day. Weekdays 6 to 10 on WGN.
It's 65 degrees and cloudy along Chicago's lakefront at 11:30. Good morning. I'm Rob LaFrenz. The news is sponsored by Rewind TV. A person was killed and an IDOT worker hospitalized following a pair of wrecks this morning on I-57. In sports, the White Sox play the Royals at the rate this afternoon at 3:10. I hope they have a few runs left after yesterday's 22-1 win. And the Cubs play the Brewers this evening in Milwaukee at 6:10. WGN traffic, there's a lot happening out there, but a couple of the hot spots are DuSable Lakeshore Drive. We've got solid traffic northbound between Grand Avenue and Chicago Avenue. On the Bishop Ford, there's stop-and-go traffic due to construction outbound before 130th Street and the Beaubien Woods Forest Preserve. On the Edens, we have stop-and-go traffic southbound between Cicero and Montrose Avenue. And on the Tri-State Tollway, we're backed up southbound between Halsted and I-8094. One person was killed and another hospitalized following two crashes on northbound I-57 this morning. Illinois State Police say it happened at around 4:45 a.m. at 127th Street in Blue Island. Investigators say a passenger vehicle and an Illinois Department of Transportation SUV were involved in a crash and pulled over to the left shoulder. While on the left shoulder, they were hit by another vehicle. ISP said one person was taken to a hospital where they died, and the second person hospitalized is an IDOT worker who's being treated for their injuries. And Iran says it struck U.S.-linked targets in the Middle East in response to American attacks against Iranian military sites on Friday. President Trump had accused Iran of violating the ceasefire agreement with a drone attack on a commercial ship in the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. Central Command said it hit Iran's missile and drone storage locations along with coastal radar sites Friday. Iran's foreign ministry didn't provide any specifics on its latest claims, and there was no immediate response from the White House. The forecast from the WGN Chicago Weather Center: decreasing clouds this afternoon with a chance of showers, mainly south. Cool for the season, especially by the lake with a high of 76, but just near 70 lakeside. And tonight, partly to mostly cloudy with a chance of an isolated thunderstorm, lows in the mid to low 60s. Right now it's 73 degrees at both O'Hare and Midway, 74 in Aurora, and it's 66 degrees outside the WGN studios. Chicago News 24/7. Breaking news at once. I'm Rob LaFrenz, WGN Radio News.
Do you know how many sump pumps fail? All of them. The question isn't if your sump pump will fail, it's when. And with summer storms rolling through Chicagoland, now is the time to make sure yours is ready. Hi, I'm Joel Spencer with Permaseal. We've helped protect over 500,000 homes across Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. From sump pumps and battery backup systems to ejector pumps, we help homeowners prepare for the next heavy rain. That's why we install the most reliable systems to keep your basement dry when you need them most. We're also home to the Basement Defender, the only system that tests your sump pumps daily, alerting you to potential issues before an emergency. And right now, Home Sweet Home Chicago listeners can receive 5% off their sump pump system. Visit permaseal.net/suite or call 800-421-SEAL to schedule your free inspection. And be sure to mention SUITE for your discount.
Hiking, camping, hunting, it's all an adventure in the great outdoors, but nature can be tough. You need to be ready for anything and everything, and that's why the Chevy Silverado is built for the great outdoors with over 13,000 pounds of towing capacity and trailering sway control. It can haul the biggest loads on the roughest roads. It's a true workhorse. Plus, with 8 available cameras and up to 14 different views, it can spot trouble before it gets to you. That's peace of mind. Right now, get 0% APR financing on a Chevy Silverado 1500 pickup, plus no monthly payments until after Labor Day. Hurry, because 0% ends July 7th, and this is one great deal you do not want to miss. So see your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer today and check out all the current offers, service specials, or to schedule a test drive. Chevy Silverado, perfect for off-road adventures to places you've never been. Chevy, drive Chicago.
Hi, this is Steve Dale. I will be live from renowned Pettorino's restaurant, Booth 46, twice monthly. I'll be talking with celebrities, historians who know about the past, and Chicago newsmakers of the present. Listen to Booth 46 at WGNradio.com.
Peter Greenberg this afternoon at 5.
I'm Peter Greenberg with 10,000 tips for your travel.
Followed by John Williams and the Mincing Rascals tonight at 8.
Join me, John Williams, host of the Mincing Rascals podcast broadcast.
It all starts this afternoon at 5 on WGN Radio. Now back to David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. I want to thank the paramedics that came up during the break. Fantastic. Chicago Fire Department. Much appreciated. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. So the guy that got me all fired up from Kane County texted back, thank you for the information on Cook County and making me full. I'm making a great living.
Grateful for living in King County.
Thank you. English is my first language here. And I will wait for my next lifetime to move to Cook County.
But the 847, love you, David, but I'm worried about your blood pressure. I recommend taking a couple deep breaths and using an inside voice. Also, daily meditation and yoga might help you.
Yeah, hard pass. All right, can you talk about sump pump backup systems? Are sine wave systems good options? What's a sine wave
Sine wave system. I'm not familiar with that, but battery backup sump pumps I recommend highly if you've got a lot of money in your basement, which a finished basement, if you don't have one, I think you should get one. It's cheap insurance.
We lived in our home for 30 years, 847, and have 3 showers with the same color handles. Oh, no, we already talked about that. They've never done maintenance. We already read that one. Suggestion on who to talk about rotting a sewer line question. We also may need to replace that line. We have access point outside the house as well as, obviously, the line inside the house. How much should we expect to replace the entire line entirely? Well, let's talk about rotting it. How much?
Yeah, I mean, normally that's the beauty with CenterGuard. Most companies out there are going to put the rotting machine in the outside cleanout, which I'm glad you have. Everyone should have an outside cleanout, but most companies are going to put that rotter in, and if they hit roots, they're going to immediately tell you need to excavate and replace the sewer. 9 out of 10 times, that is not the case. We can clear that just with a rotting machine. So don't fall for that. And it's being done. Go ahead, David.
Sales manager here. The sales manager at WGN's mother, right? Or was it his I think it was his mother-in-law.
It was a relative, and yes, she was getting absolutely taken to the cleaners, and none of the work had to be done.
Yes. And that plumber, Mr. from New York, who can't handle this, was a scumbag for trying to drill that lady with a new sewer line instead of just rotting out her existing sewer line.
Yeah, sewer rotting and excavation is the biggest ripoff in the plumbing industry by a long shot. So if anyone out there, if you've had a plumbing company come out and tell you
that you need to replace your entire sewer line, please call us. I mean, we're talking about saving you not just hundreds, but thousands, possibly tens of thousands of dollars. And we've done that many times, which we've talked about on the air. Get a second opinion before you sign that contract, please.
All right, we got Suzanne in Crown Point, Indiana. How is Indiana today, Suzanne?
It's finally clearing. It's a lovely day. People are golfing again, but they're not on their cart path only.
Fantastic. A little damp,
yeah.
a little moist out there, I would assume. You got to keep the carts on the path.
But it looks like it's going to dry up, hopefully.
Fantastic.
We've had enough, a lot of damage around here, unfortunately. Not for me, but for my communities around me, Marital and Griffin. They're really in dire straits. It's really bad.
Yep.
But anyway, speaking of homes, I've been in Florida, and I've seen the prices of homes triple within 2 years by the builders. Del Webb has the big, I shouldn't say a name, there's a lot of these big companies down there that are feeding the people that are coming to Florida. And you buy a house for $300,000, and all of a sudden the builder raises it to $400,000 and $500,000. Then you have the people from California with their $1 million sale of their home, and they come in and they pay cash for these homes.
Yep.
And in my day, it took 5 years before you had equity in your home. The people recently, they buy a home and they say, "Oh, look at my home doubled in a year, it tripled."
Yeah.
That's why the young people can't buy homes. I feel sorry for them. Why don't we go back to where you can take a loss on your home and get a tax deduction for it like we had in the past? We used to have that tax deduction.
Well,
I think lower the prices of the homes. People would lower their price. They take the loss. They take a tax credit, and everybody'd be happy. The young people could start buying homes like we were able to buy in our 20s when we were 20 years old.
I respectfully disagree with your assessment because I don't know anybody. If somebody comes to you and you bought a home for $250,000 and 5 years later it's worth $500,000, I don't think many people out there, maybe you would, sell it for $200,000 and take a loss because you can and leave all that money.
I'm not saying that big of a difference, but I'm just saying if that might be a start.
Yeah,
if somebody,
I respectfully disagree because the market is the market. I understand your premise, right? And in Never Never Land it might work, but in this market where, once again, we're net short 1 million units of housing a year, and we've been that way since 2010 with the collapse of the housing industry. So we're literally short basically 15 to 18 million houses to keep up with the demand for houses. And when you have that big of an inventory shortage, you are going to have upward pressure on prices no matter who's the president, no matter what the rates are, and no matter what the market conditions are, unless you have a complete fall off like we had in 2008. But the safeguards are in place that 2008 doesn't happen again because, like I said earlier, I don't know how you get a fraud.
I have another thing.
Okay, quickly, we're up against a break here.
I buy a home and it's worth $300,000, and the builder and what they did, the companies would come in and buy my whole block, all for $300,000. They'd rent them out, they'd sell them for losses, take the losses because they can, because they're a business, and then I have to take a loss on my home if I was selling it because I'm competing against the builder companies that owned it. I think they stopped that. And one other thing, taxes, real estate taxes.
Yeah.
Why do we pay real estate taxes on the appraised value of our home? If I pay $300,000 for a home, I should be taxed on the $300,000 until I sell my home. Like when you sell your stock.
No, that's in the real world. That doesn't happen. So here, a couple of things. If a business was out buying homes and then taking them for a loss, they'd be out of business and wouldn't be in business because that's no way to run a business. That's why it's called a business. A business is there.
I'm saying they rented them out.
Yeah, and take a loss.
They could.
Yeah, they could. And
they
then they could, and they'd lose money, and then they'd be out of business. So that logic, math doesn't work.
I don't think so. That's why they stopped. That's why it was just stopped right now that companies cannot buy. Only individuals can buy.
Right.
At the time, there were companies buying blocks of homes and renting them out.
Right.
And then you had no knowledge of your neighbors.
I respect your opinion, but in the real world, it doesn't work that way. And I'll give you a perfect example. Romeoville in 2008 was a town that had single-family houses before the crash selling for $250,000 to $350,000. There were a lot of brand-new construction homes and people that recently bought homes. In 2008 happened, and the homes in Romeoville, the prices dropped to $80,000. People were throwing their keys on the table, and there were inventory, empty houses that were completed, not being sold because nobody had money. So these big corporations that everybody is poo-pooing on right now came in and bought the entire town basically of Romeoville. They put people in those homes to live at reduced prices because they got such a great deal on the homes, which stabilized the housing market, took housing inventory off the market, increased the value of the properties because there were less properties on the market, brought businesses back to the Romeoville, Joliet, I-55 corridor because people were now living in those empty houses to spend the money that they had on the services from those local businesses. And then Romeoville, Joliet, and the entire I-55 corridor came back because of natural market conditions. Your logic
I appreciate good businesses like that, but what about the greed?
Okay,
there's greedy ones that come in there.
Listen, I understand. But on planet Earth here, I get it. And in the real world, businesses are open to make money, and there's nothing wrong with making money. The challenge is what you're mentioning is in today's world, right? The corporations are coming in and buying the houses before the consumer has a chance to get it, right? That, unfortunately, with the pressure that we have, we're not in 2008 anymore. We're 15 million units short on housing, like you've already talked about. That model doesn't work right now, and it's putting more pressure, and that's what the bill that the president worked on, his White House worked on, the Senate worked on, and he stopped it because he wants the SAVE Act for the elections that he does not have the votes for, and that's what he's holding over people's heads, and that's where we're at, and we got to hit a break, so hang on for your Mr. Floor cleaning product. Welcome to Real Estate 101. I understand everybody would like utopia, but you have supply and demand, and that's just the way the world is. And if somebody buys a home for $250,000 and it's worth $500,000, and somebody comes to offer them $500,000, there's no way on this God's green planet 99.9% of the listeners, no matter how conservative or progressive you are going to walk away from $250,000 of profit. Give me a break. And I'm not firing on my good, right, honorable friend Suzanne here. I mean, this is planet Earth, okay? Somebody's going to lay out 250 G's to you, Mike, for buying your house that you bought for $500,000 for a house you bought for $250,000 5 years ago. You're going to say, you know what? It's too much money. I don't want. No.
I've got to take it just like anyone else out there.
Right. And when you leave the title company, you're going to leave tire tracks, and you're going to wait for the wire to hit, and you're going to go have dinner. All right. Welcome to Home Zone Chicago on 720 WGN. 312. Listen, I respect Suzanne, right? I get it. You know, everything should be free. Everything should be affordable. It just doesn't. It's not the real. Unfortunately, gas is still $4 a gallon, and we have to play in the sandbox that we are playing in. And this is where we're at. 312-981-7200. 312. Not a political statement. It's just a statement of where we're at. 312-981-7200. Mega Post Call Text phone line. This is Home from Chicago at 720 WGN.
They finally decided to tackle the garage. 3 hours later, they found a broken lawn chair and high school trophies no one remembers winning. Don't give up. Call Junk Luggers. They'll clear out the clutter, haul it away, and make sure usable items are donated or recycled whenever possible. In no time, that garage looks spacious. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today. Let's save your space and the planet together.
I know you've heard the line, we're on a mission from God. Here in Chicago, that means something. But for me, it's real. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy, and I'm on a mission from God to help business owners achieve their American dream. Because every day I see the same thing. Unfiled returns, confusing numbers, IRS letters stacking up. Not because business owners are doing anything wrong, but because they're overwhelmed. Here's what I've learned after helping hundreds of business owners. There is always a solution, but you can't reach it until you take control. That's why I built a system to take you from chaos to control. Go to fightbacknow.com and get started. I'll show you exactly what to do. step by step. No guessing, no confusion, just a clear path forward. Go to fightbacknow.com and I'll send you my new book, Fight Back Now, Freedom Through Preparation. Just cover the shipping. I'll take care of the rest. Or if you want to talk to someone right now, call 312-664-6649. Fightbacknow.com, because chaos is the only thing standing in your way.
Hi, I'm Claire with Executive Carpet Cleaning. My mom and uncle are the best rug cleaners in the world.
Aw, thanks, Claire. I'm Caroline with Executive Carpet Cleaning. Ben and I personally inspect and clean each and every rug that comes in. Thank you for continuing to trust our family with your rug.
Don't let the other companies pull the rug from underneath you. Let our family show you what clean really looks like.
Give us a call to schedule your rug cleaning, 630-990-8600. My father-in-law, Dave, started Executive Carpet Cleaning over 30 years ago. He taught us how to clean the right way, and now we teach our kids.
That's right, Mom. Give our family a call today.
630-990-8600. Ben and I will treat your rugs like they're at the spa, and we always have free rug pickup and delivery. 630-990-8600 or visit WGNclean.com. That's WGNclean.com. Let our family show you what clean really looks like.
Come on, Mom, you got a job to do.
That's the sound of the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program, saving you money and energy. With rebates on Energy Star appliances, so you can come back to a home full of savings. Discover more ways to save at ComEd.com/home savings. ComEd, powering lives.
Let's review.
Do you want me to read that for you?
I sold it. No.
I'm in a little trouble.
I'm doing the phonetic.
Wow. Hooked on phonics.
Yeah, I'm on the first chapter.
Yeah, we know. You opened the book.
I had trouble getting phonics out. Phonics. Completely forgot the word.
Now, here's David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
312-981-7200. 312-981-7200. And the one point, the yin to the yang, right, that we didn't have a chance to mention with Suzanne is that if you sell your $500,000 home for $300,000, you then have to go buy a house, and the house is going to be $500 in today's market and today's dollars. So you're going to have to go buy a more expensive house. You're not going to buy a house that's priced in 1992. So you got to buy it in the current market. So you're selling in the current market, and a lot of texters chimed in, and you have to buy in the current market. In the current market, the prices are elevated. Hello, 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. Steven Schomburg, how can we help you?
Hey, David. Just wanted to call in and talk about my experience with CenterGuard. I had them install a water heater in my mom's rental in Lombard yesterday.
Nice.
I couldn't be more impressed with how knowledgeable and friendly Kevin was to work with. He took care of it, and I got to say it was under a half hour, probably closer to 20 minutes. He saw some other stuff that was wrong that could have been cleaned up. He did it just out of the niceness of his heart. And, yeah, great company. Didn't try to upsell me on anything. I can't recommend them more than...
All right, I got a question for you. Why are you replacing a hot water tank in your mom's rental and not the landlord?
Well, I mean, just trying to help out Mom. You know how it goes. And I also used CenterGuard at my own place a couple months ago. Thought they'd want to replace my whole water heater, and no, they just told me all I needed was a burner assembly.
No, I'm not knocking you for trying to help your mom. Just like, isn't that something a landlord should be doing in a rental? Did your landlord say, "Hey, do me a favor, have a hot water heater installed and take it off the rent," or are you just doing it because your mom's not getting hot water?
No. My mom has the rental house.
Oh, it's her rental house. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, Kev, take it easy there. Hot water.
Why don't we pass this on to Mike and Kevin and get you out
Mike
of
and Kevin, take it. I misunderstood. I thought I'm sorry. I thought Steve. I thought your mom was in a rental, and you're replacing a hot water tank in a house that she's renting. She owns the rental house that needed a new hot water tank. Mike and Kevin, take it away from there.
Yeah, we were trying to help him out there, but the sign language, I'm not very skilled at it, so I apologize, Steve. But thank you for the business and the kind words, and like he said, his other water heater at his home didn't need to be replaced. All it needed was a part. That's the difference between ourselves and most contractors out there.
And I know that if I called another place, they would have went straight for the replacement. And just the fact that that wasn't even talked about, I mean, I really feel like you don't find that in the service industry these days. I really feel like these guys are going to do the work that needs to be done and not just try to get every penny they can out of you. I mean,
Steve, how much was the new part to heat the tank instead of, and then Mike, you could tell me how much the replacement is. How much did they charge you?
The burner assembly was, I believe, like $400 and change.
Okay.
And the whole thing would have been, obviously around $1,500 or more. So.
Yeah, that was a part and the labor for that. So yeah, I mean, we do that all the time.
And you had the part on the truck?
Yeah.
There you go.
And he took advantage of saying my name, and I gave him an additional $50 off.
Yeah, look at that.
That's right. I just happened to say Kevin, and boom.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything went very well for us and yourself, and we appreciate the business and hope to work for you in the future.
Yeah, we'll recommend you to everybody. Thanks again, and have a great weekend, guys.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
All right, Steve, hang on for your Mr. Floor cleaning product of your choice. 312-981-7200.
Isn't that what we talked about at breakfast this
100%.
morning? If you do the right thing, people will recommend you to 20, 30, 40 other people. Just always do the right thing.
Yeah, we definitely believe in that, and we do that every day.
You show it every day. It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
You pay it forward.
Yeah,
you just really do. You just do the right thing for
it's a great value.
It really is. 312-981-7200. Pick up Steve on line 2 and ask him what type of Mr. Floyd cleaning product he'd like. Center Guard Plumbing, Debbie in Villa Park.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I have a multi-trade issues going on. I think I need a choreographer or a contractor to help me out with my situation.
We got 90 seconds before the break, so fire away.
1916 home, have seepage in the basement, have cinder block, have had guys out, also have uneven driveway with cement and water pooling there. I have gutter issues that are draining in the same spot where it's leakage. And I have a catch basin, old-fashioned catch basin where my kitchen sink and my washer drains into, which the blocks that are inside there are falling apart. So, I've had multiple guys out for several different things. I'm thinking I need an all-at-once piece, rather than doing it piece by piece. If they need to dig up the driveway, can they not do the for the catch basin and for the foundation? Can they not all be done at once? I don't know who to go to. I've had contractors. I had a roofer guy out, a gutter guy out,
Mike?
Basement guy.
All right, hang on, Suzanne. Hang on. I think she should call Sarah Leonard at Cellar House, but that's another story. What do you recommend?
Yeah, the plumbing part of it, the catch basin, that's just something where we should be able to eliminate the catch basin completely and just run the laundry in the kitchen into your actual sewer. If those are the only two items in your home that are going to the catch basin, that would be the easy way to do that. As far as the concrete and all of those other things, I know Andreas and Sons would give you a great service.
Permaseal.
Yeah, Permaseal. They might even be able to raise the concrete and not actually have to replace the driveway. And then for the gutters and everything, I would just use Lindholm because even though you want to get it all done by maybe one contractor, they're still going to sub that out to all these different trades, and it's going to cost you more money.
Yeah.
So, the plumbing we can help you with.
And when you call this show, you get one contractor. We all work together.
Say that again, please.
When you're calling this show, you really do get one contractor because even though it's separate companies, we all work together very well to make sure that your house gets fixed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to dig up the driveway for the catch basin, I got to dig up the driveway because it's uneven. I got to dig up the driveway of the basement for the foundation.
Yeah, a lot cheaper to call Sarah Leonard. I got to hit a break here, Sarah. You, Debbie, you might want to think about selling that home. Hold on for your Mr. Floyd cleaning product. I'm 2 minutes late for the break. Thanks for calling, Deb. 312-981-7200. We got Roy in Crystal Lake, and we've got Ray in Rockford who wants to go head-to-head with me about why I don't criticize. I don't know. I can't wait for this. This ought to be great. 312-981. He's been stretching all morning to have a debate and a battle with me, so let's bring it on. 312-981-7200. 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. The news is next from the Northwestern Medicine Newsroom. This is Home Sweet Home Chicago at 720 WGN.
Replacing your windows and doors is a big project. You need an installer you can trust. The solution is simple. Do what I did. I'm John Williams. Call Next Door and Window, 844-600-NEXT for a free consultation. Next is a local family-owned business. Over the past 24 years, they've replaced thousands of windows and doors for homeowners all over Chicagoland. They're proud of the trust they've built. That trust has earned them the BBB Torch Award for Business Ethics. And Next offers this unique solution fiberglass windows. Designed to withstand Chicago's extreme weather. They don't warp and crack like vinyl. Fiberglass windows stay snug and tight. They last up to 50 years. Next Door and Window is 100% focused on your satisfaction. They take a no-pressure consultative approach. You buy when you're ready. Right now, get premium fiberglass windows for as low as $89 a month, plus 50% off installation of windows and doors. Call 844-600-NEXT, online, nextwindow.com. Nextwindow.com.
I'm here with Home Sweet Home Chicago real estate attorney and trust planning expert Dave Schluter, who has been practicing law for nearly 40 years. Dave, when callers into Home Sweet Home Chicago ask about estate planning, we often presume they have never planned ahead of time. What are some of the circumstances they reach out to you regardless if they already have an estate plan?
Relationships frequently change, Dave, in families, and my office provides what I call the tune-up, with a personal visit to ask some hard questions. Are the people who they pick to be in charge still getting along, etc.? Have there been divorces? Are any of the kids having financial problems and blowing through money? So they might want to adjust their inheritance. It's a very reasonable cost to tweak their documents to the current circumstances.
Dave always provides a free phone or in-person consultation, has a great staff, and you could reach him by calling 630-285-5300 or online at WGNattorney.com. That's 630-285-5300 or online at WGNattorney.com.
Mark Olson here. Now is the time to declare your independence from the outdated kitchen during the Redo Cabinets 4th of July event. Redo Cabinets, where hundreds of homeowners have discovered the benefits of refacing old kitchen cabinets, celebrates America's 250th birthday. Redo Cabinets, where you'll find premium cabinet facings made here in the USA, and you could choose from dozens of colors, various hardware, and accessory selections. During the Redo Cabinets 4th of July celebration, get $1,776 off your entire cabinet project and a free backsplash, and no payments for 12 months. That's right, no payments until 2027. Incredible savings. Call us today for a free, no obligation consultation. Redo Cabinets, 630-381-5583. That's 630-381-5583. Or visit us online at redocabinets.com. Don't replace it, redo it with Redo Cabinets.
The best local resources combined with the global resources of News Nation. This is the station that keeps you informed. Chicago's very own, on air and online. WGN Chicago. A Nexstar Media Group station.
It's 70 degrees and partly sunny at 12:01. Good afternoon. I'm Sylvia Snowden. The news is sponsored by Apt.com. Cook County Crime Stoppers says it needs your help to stay afloat. If you're on DuSable Lakeshore Drive, you're going to want to be on the lookout for solid traffic in both directions between Michigan and Chicago. You're also going to want to be on the lookout if you're on the Reagan Memorial Tollway. We're getting reports of an accident heading eastbound approaching Midwest Road. Cook County Crime Stoppers is issuing an emergency call for help with funding.
We are doing it for free and for 21 years as a volunteer, not receiving a dime, and often paying all out of my own pocket our rewards, just so that the bad guy can get locked up. It's too much just for a one-man show.
Paul Rutherford says his caseload has increased tremendously. He has 140 cases right now, compared with 105 cases in all of last year. Rutherford says he'll apply for grants, and he's also looking for people who can be board members, especially people in the banking or financial industries. Chicago police and city officials are planning for a safe Pride weekend in the city. Thousands are expected to come out to the North Halsted neighborhood. Police Chief Andrew Navalis says CPD is prepared.
I think we're in a very, very good place. I won't get into numbers of how many officers we have out there. I don't want to give up a tactical advantage.
The 55th Annual Chicago Pride Parade in Lakeview will have more than 150 floats, along with marching bands and performances. City leaders shortened the route the past 2 years to reduce the risk of violence. The Northside Queer Parade and Party run from 10 until 6 p.m. in Rogers Park. Labor leaders are demanding an end to the lockout at the BP refinery in Whiting, Indiana. The lockout has lasted for more than 3 months since contract negotiations broke down. The union says BP wants to cut more than 100 jobs and take bargaining rights away. Indiana Congressman Frank Mervan supports the union's efforts.
This is personal. There are 800 men and women and their families that are going without a paycheck, having to work 2 and 3 jobs, trying to make ends meet, while British Petroleum sits back in the hopes that they're going to starve us out.
BP says it remains committed to engaging in good faith bargaining toward a fair and sustainable agreement that supports employees, the refinery, and the Northwest Indiana community. And WGN Sports Times 12:03.
White Sox back at it this afternoon after routing the Royals 22-1 yesterday. 5 homers, a grand slam from Tristan Peters. Sox making a move today, bringing up left-handed pitcher Tyler Schweitzer from AAA as they send David Sandlin back to AAA. Sandlin started last night, got the win, 1 run, 6 strikeouts in 6 innings. Assume he will be back. Cubs are up in Milwaukee tonight. They fell last night 6-2 as Jacob Mizorowski had it going. He threw 1 fastball in the first inning, 105.5 miles per hour. That's a record for him. Cubs did lead 1-0 on a Seiya Suzuki home run, but the Brewers scoring 6 in the 6th. Game 2 is tonight. World Cup action later today. Lionel Messi won't start for Argentina against Jordan as Argentina has already advanced to the round of 32. 5 other matches set to go this afternoon starting at 4 o'clock. I'm Mark Carmen, WGN Sports.
Cloudy and comfortable for today around Chicagoland. We'll see a lot of clouds in the morning, but a little bit of decreasing clouds towards the afternoon. 76 degrees at forecast high inland, closer to 70 by the lake. We ramp up the heat and the humidity over the next few days. Upper 80s likely on Sunday. Could see an isolated thunderstorm in the morning, but otherwise a nice mix of clouds and sun. As we get into the upper 80s to the low 90s on Monday, definitely looking at the humidity taking a big role in the next couple days as we see heat index temperatures close to 100 on Monday. Air temperature of 95 on Tuesday, very likely with heat indices between 100 and 105. And for Wednesday, could be the hottest day of the year so far. 98 degrees at forecast high with a chance for showers and thunderstorms getting into the later afternoon hours. Heat index temperatures 100 to 110. And on Thursday, we cool it back a little bit. Highs low end of the 90s and still some showers and thunderstorms a possibility. Friday back to the seasonal 80s, again with showers and thunderstorms likely in the afternoon. From the WGN Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Tim Joyce.
And it's pretty comfy out there in the morning. It's 76 degrees in Bartlett, 76 at Aurora, 78 in Joliet, 75 at O'Hare, 74 at Midway, and 65 along our lakefront. Chicago News 24/7, breaking news at once. I'm Sylvia Snowden, WGN Radio News.
Thank you, Sylvia. This is David Hochberg, Home Sweet Home Chicago host, and we got 54 minutes left. Coming back after these messages.
When it comes to selling your home, the difference between a good result and a great one comes down to 2 things: preparation and exposure. No one delivers both like the Sarah Leonard team. Hi, it's Sarah Leonard. With over 500 homes sold every year, our team has the strongest, most active buyer network in all of Illinois. Many times, we already have the buyer before your home hits the market. That means more eyes, stronger offers, and a faster path to top dollar. Does your home need updates to shine? We'll coordinate improvements, repairs, and prep work with the payment due at closing. You get maximum value without the stress or the out-of-pocket cost. When you combine strategic marketing, unmatched exposure, and a buyer network this powerful, you don't just list your home. We position it to sell for more. Your home sold guaranteed or we'll buy it. Call 224-263-1238 or visit WGNSarah.com.
Parents, what is your student doing after high school? Most of us would agree that education after high school is essential, but how do you help your student explore and decide on the education needed for their career choice? Remember, college is not a career choice. Don't worry, there is help. The help is Career Vision. Career Vision is a 35-year-old career consulting organization that works with students and their parents to discover each person's best career choice. Using their aptitude assessment program, Career Vision reveals an individual's natural talents and can direct them to the careers that will use these strengths and be more satisfying. Your student will be guided personally by a professional career consultant to receive objective information about themselves and the type of careers that fit them. We want our children to become happy adults. Career Vision has a proven system that takes the guesswork out of your student's future. Learn more at careervision.org. That's careervision.org.
When Johnny called a comedian to the couch, it was a big deal.
Thank you, that's funny.
When Johnny calls you to your couch,
just relax, take it easy.
For 90 minutes,
we got a long road ahead of us tonight.
It's a really big deal.
I know. I'm as shocked as you are.
90 minutes of Johnny Carson.
You know what that means, don't you? It's party time.
Every Friday and Saturday starting July 3rd on Antenna TV.
This episode of Home Sweet Home Chicago is sponsored by David Hochberg and Jeremy Hogle from MegaPros Home Repair, Remodel, and Renovation Experts. Frank Wazalewski from Access, Mike Epping, Center Guard Plumbing, and Louis Shapiro from Redo Cabinets. For additional sponsors of the Home Sweet Home program, please visit WGNradio.com/Home Sweet Home Chicago. Now, here's David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. This portion of Home Sweet Home Chicago is sponsored by the fine people at Consumers Credit Union. They do auto loans. If you qualify, rates as low as 4.49, and home equity line of credits as low as prime minus a half, with a start rate to prime minus 2 with credit scores 731 or greater. 312-981-7200. I was going to bring this guy on for Rockford. You know, he's like, well, you don't bash Biden. I'm like, listen, dude. He's like, I don't listen to the show. I don't know what you've been listening to. I'm the guy that said Biden kicked the can and Pritzker kicked the can down the road for people not paying rent way too long, and landlords got squashed. I talked about Biden putting off student loan debt payments over and over and over again, which fueled inflation. So maybe if you listened to the show there, Rockford boy, you would have heard me say that. I blast Toni Preckwinkle on a daily basis because I feel that she's incompetent, and had her opponent on numerous times to try to get her out of that seat, but the people in Cook County voted her back in. So take your, I'm an equal opportunity basher, and if you feel bad because I say negative things about the Republican Party, grow a set of stones. I mean, I don't know. I mean, grow a skin that's a little thicker, okay? Anybody that does something that hurts listeners, I'm going after. I don't care if they're Republican, Independent, or Democrat. All right, Rockford boy, listen more often, and we might learn something. Frank, you've got some text messages.
We got a lot of text messages coming today, but these are for Lewis. So 773, I love last summer's redo cabinets and counters, and the birds love them too. I think they're parakeets. I'm not a bird dude. I like them, just don't know them. But the pictures of her birds actually perched on your cabinets, which is pretty cool. Lewis and Mike came out to give us an estimate a few weeks ago. They are fantastic, and we can't wait for the work to start. It's all good stuff here, buddy. And 708, so they're asking, they have one of those wing walls that go across the kitchen. So they're asking if that's something that you actually would do as part of your kitchen remodels.
Yeah, so we don't knock down walls. We don't move plumbing, electrical, gas lines, things like that. That's one of the reasons we're able to do a project in 3 to 5 days, because we're not doing those things. We can work around it. If there's a partner that they have that can do the demolition, we'll be able to come in behind and take care of it.
Yeah, for 708, we can get you in touch with MegaPros. So that's the type of work that they do, and they can give you a good price and estimate to do that.
Yep.
Any more for Lewis?
Not that I can find at the moment.
All right, 312-981-7200. Roy in Crystal Lake, you got a question for Mike.
Yes, and before I get to the question, David, just you keep bringing the truth and bringing it passionately the way that you do. It's what makes you endearing to us.
Oh, thank you. See, I should.
And
play.
again, we just lost another seat in the studio. His head just got that much bigger.
Ouch! Ben, could you get that on a loop so I could take it home and play it for Elise? Go ahead, Roy. You just won 2 Mr. Floor cleaning products. What's your question for Mike?
Yeah, Mike, we recently got a on-demand water heater, and I know when we had the tanked one, we had to clean that out every year, get rid of the sediments and all of that. what kind of maintenance do I need to do on this one?
What brand is it?
I could not tell you.
The white one.
Yeah, it really depends on the brand. The Tankless we put in are manufactured by State. And the new units, this is really why we've started pushing them. You don't need to delime and descale them, annually, which obviously saves our customers a lot of maintenance fees going forward. But if you want to, I can call you. You can even take a picture of the unit you have, and I can tell you that, and we can talk about your water quality and things like that. But some still require that annually.
And that's what you recommend, annual?
Yeah, if it's that type of unit.
Mike, are you home or are you driving around? Roy, you're Mike. Roy, you're Mike, you're in studio. All right, so are you going to – what's wrong with me? All right, so a lot of things, I know. Are you going to be home in the next 30 minutes?
No. I'm actually at work.
All right, is anybody at home that could send you a picture of the model and send it to us or no?
Sure.
All right, do that. Have somebody take a picture of the model. Where do they find the model on a water heater, Mike?
It'll say it right on the actual tankless unit hanging on the wall.
Okay, so have somebody send the picture to 312-981-7200, Roy, and Mike will answer the question on the phone, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, hang on for your 2 Mr. Floor cleaning products. Hi, back to Kevin. This is a texter. This is Bonnie from Addison. Love the show. You know who Bonnie is? Who's Bonnie?
Oh, yeah, I remember Bonnie.
Oh, you remember Bonnie.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Bonnie, how you doing?
How you doing?
You got a question?
We got text messages pouring in here. Most of them are worried about you having a heart attack.
That's
They
fine.
want you to breathe. But we got a couple here for Mike. Can the location of a toilet and shower be swapped? If so, what's involved?
Yeah, it definitely can be done. It just depends on the house. So what I would do in that scenario is just give us a call, and we can come out and do a free estimate for you and let you know if that's even possible and how much that would cost to do it. A lot of people, they hear what it might cost and decide to leave those fixtures where they are.
And that has to do with the drain, because you're
Absolutely.
swapping drain locations and drain routing, and what's your access to the drain? Do I have to tear a ceiling out? How many contractors do I got to pull in?
Yep.
But typically those are gut rehabs?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Question for you. If there are more than 3 people on a block that want to redo their kitchen, is there a discount?
Yeah, we do have some marketing that would be able to help out with that for sure.
So I guess if there's a bunch of listeners that if they live in a neighborhood that's got circa 1950 or 60 kitchens and they all want to get it done at the same time, you could send a group out there.
We would definitely take consideration and take care of them.
Well, right. Lewis, I'm looking to do my kitchen. If I had you come out and do my kitchen and then I got you 7 or 8 neighbors on my block, do I get a discount?
Yes.
All right.
Discounts for everybody.
Well played. We
Except
got
Dave.
that on tape, too, so you got him, Frank.
Frank Wasilewski from Redo Cabinets. 312-981-7200. I'm going to read this, and then we'll hit the break, Benny. This is from Marie in Kenosha, because it says right up there, Marie in Kenosha. Want to tell David Hochberg I love him, love his show. It's so fun. I listen every week. I was at work and also made a mistake. I never make mistakes, she says, and it was a big one. So I thought of David and figured, well, if I'm going to make a mistake, it might as well be the big one. There you go, right? I'm glad I'm passing on my knowledge and sharing it with others.
That's all we need is more Hochbergs.
And more mistakes. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. This is Home from Chicago at 720 WGN.
When we bought the house 33 years ago, there was a piece of wood siding between the front windows and the actual siding that I would have had to paint every few years. Being inherently not wanting to do that, I had aluminum put over all the exposed wood. My neighbor, he said the wood underneath is rotten.
We are talking today with mega customer Stephen Rissman of Buffalo Grove.
I wanted somebody good to do it because we are going to put the home up for sale and I want it done right. I didn't even bother to get a second quote because I needed somebody that would stand behind it because I'm selling the house to somebody else. I'm still going to be living relatively close by and I don't want any of my old neighbors to think I did something on the cheap.
One mega call does it all.
847-658-8989. 847-658-8989.
Megapros.com. One mega call does it all.
You may already know Mr. Floor for the beautiful wood floors that we install, sand, and refinish. Mr. Floor is a full-service local Chicagoland company who has provided homeowners and businesses with complete flooring solutions for over 30 years. Hi, I'm Igor Marak of Mr. Floor, and born out of our extensive experience and knowledge with hardwood floors comes the best hardwood floor cleaner on the market. As we visit Chicagoland homes and businesses every day, we see the damage that incorrect floor maintenance can cause. Most people are not cleaning their hardwood floors properly, and as we all know, a bucket of water and a mop is the surest way to ruin a wood floor. Forget about those harsh chemicals and cleaning products that leave your floors hazy and lifeless. We've researched, developed, and now produce the best hardwood floor cleaner ever. Our cleaner breaks the bonds of dirt and grease from your floor's coating without harming it. It's also eco and pet friendly too. Thousands of Mr. Floor clients have been using our cleaners for years, and now you can too. Visit us online at MrFloor.com to learn more and place your order.
Use promo code WGN at checkout for a special offer.
Mr. Floor, the first and last name in floors.
Are you retired or retiring with student loan debt? Many borrowers don't realize they may be eligible for very low payment or even complete forgiveness, sometimes tax-free. But the rules are complicated. Loan servicers don't explain your options. That's where Kaplan Law Firm comes in. They help borrowers understand the laws whether they're working, retired, or supporting their family. Call Kaplan Law Firm before the laws change later this year, 312-294-8989, or visit financialrelief.com. Kaplan Law Firm is located at 25 East Washington in Chicago.
When you buy a car, you got a lot of options. You get 4 wheels, but how many doors do you want? Do you want a trunk or a frunk? A sunroof, moonroof, or a roof that comes all the way off? With Consumers Credit Union, your team can help you find your dream car and finance it with the kind of low fees and great rates that keep your options open. Consumers Credit Union. The people in your corner. Federally insured by NCUA.
A spotlight on fun places to go. A spotlight on fun things to do. Spotlight Chicago, weekdays at 1 on WGN TV and on the free WGN Plus app.
Let's review. You know, if you had to bring in food instead of make your own meals.
Where are you going?
Take the family out because you don't have a functional kitchen. You want me to flowchart this for you?
David, lay on the plane.
We have clearance, Clarence.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
I'm flying the plane. I don't know what airspace you're in.
Co-pilot.
Picked the wrong week. Quit sniffing glue.
My gosh.
Now, here's David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. Go to WGNDavid.com. Don't go to WGNDavid.com. If the president doesn't sign the bill, it doesn't become law. Under certain cases, it does. The president does nothing for 10 days, excluding Sundays, while Congress remains in session. That's the key. Congress has to remain in session. Sundays do not count as a day. The bill automatically becomes law without the president's signature. This is authorized by Article 1, Section 7 of the Constitution. Then there's pocket vetoes and everything else. So
I can't see it getting to that point, though. Well, Trump's going to take the win.
He snatched victory out of the hand of victory earlier this week for whatever. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call. Take some photo line. A lot of questions, a lot of comments about calling up CCU for a HELOC. And I said they have a fast and easy situation for $100,000 loans and below if you meet the certain qualifications. If you go for a larger loan, more than $100,000, it has been taking 30 to 45 days. And I have gone to CCU, to the head of CCU, and my connection underneath him. I had lunch with him. I said, I need you to set realistic expectations for our listeners and do a weekly check-in, which they had a meeting this week. And they are going to start doing weekly check-ins, I believe, on Friday for every single lead to give an update on where the loan is in the process so you know exactly what it is. But due to the high volume, and we just know why, right? Just read a story that more people in the first quarter has taken it out since 2021, I think. So there are a lot of listeners out there trying to access their liquidity, and it is taking longer. But if you want only $100,000 or less, they will do it in a couple of weeks if you meet the certain qualifications. So I just want to set that out there. I know I said it's a couple of weeks, but if you want it greater than $100,000, it's going to take a little longer. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. You want to announce the winner of your...
Yeah, so we had our Abilities Expo a couple of weeks ago, and it's the annual Midwest Expo where we get to see a lot of our clients, and then a lot of the new technology that's coming out. And it was really cool from a personal perspective to see the number of people who walked for the first time because of the robotic legs that came out. And they finally got passed through the FDA. So that was really cool to see all those big, bright, smiling faces of people walking around. But every year we give away grab bars to somebody, and Linda in Displains was our winner this year. So we'll be giving her a call on Monday morning to schedule that up. So we just wanted to say congratulations and thank you to everybody who came by the booth to say hi to Amy and I, from WGN and just hang out with the team. So it was really cool.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
Is Linda going to accept it? Is she a veteran? And is she going to do the veteran? There's always somebody.
No. She'll accept it.
She'll accept it.
She'll accept it.
Because you always give a lift away for Veterans Day.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got to go through, Access has to go through 4, 5, 6 veterans to give a lift away because the veteran always, well, you're giving me a look like, what am I, crazy?
Yeah, no. It's just surprising.
No, it's not. It's veteran mentality.
Well, it is for me, but
he needs it more than I do. She needs it more than I do. Give it to them. Give it to somebody else. Yeah, it is. It is really cool.
Isn't that great?
It's a fun problem to have, right? It's a lot of good stories you get to hear.
I don't need it that bad. I can't walk. I'll crawl up the stairs. There's another veteran that needs it worse than me. So somebody in Displains is Linda in Displains?
Linda in Displains. I don't want to give all the information out, but Linda in Displains.
Congratulations, Linda.
Congratulations, Linda from Displains. We're talking about scumbags. Sorry, the guy. I'm really not sorry. The guy in Manhattan. Get over it. You're in Chicago now. That's what we call people. You guys helped me with the VA loan a couple of years ago, and I was really happy with the service and the team you provided. I reached out because I've had some guy hassling me about refinancing my VA loan, saying he could get me down in the 4s, skip 2 payments, which you never skip 2 payments. You finance 2 payments. Which I really don't care about, and waiving fees because I'm a disabled veteran and all that stuff. He might not be legit and is adamant about getting my social, and I just don't feel comfortable giving it out to someone I don't know over the phone, no matter what he claims his credentials are. So my question is now a good time to refinance, and could I get down in the 4s? Because that would be awesome, really. Any assistance would be much appreciated. Thank you for your time, Steve. So we got a disabled veteran, Steve, here, who we refinanced, getting hounded by some scumbag trying to get him into the 4s. Yes.
Okay, so that happened to me when I refinanced with you, right? People just started I couldn't believe it. I called David. I'm like, what'd you do, sell my number? I mean, it was just crazy how I was getting bombed. And you gave me some great advice.
Right. You go to the Do Not Call registry and get on the Do Not Call registry. It takes 10 seconds. Right. So that's the first thing we send out is a do not call registry, even though it says that, it's been passed by Congress and the president signed into law. Our clients are still getting bombed. So I'm like, listen, here, you go here, you register, your phone won't blow up for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 30 straight days, or don't do it. And then don't complain to me when your phone blows up for 30 days straight for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So long story short, I sent him back. Listen, this is a disabled veteran. This guy Steve lost his leg for our country. That's why he's a disabled veteran, right? He doesn't have any upfront he doesn't have any of the funding fee because the VA waives the funding fee. That's the fee that's being waived. There's still closing costs. And I could get Steve into the 4s. You know what's going to cost me to get Steve into the 4s? About $30,000 in discount points. And then on top of that, another $3,000 in closing costs. So it doesn't make any sense. You've got people out there hounding, talking about rates. That's like me saying to you, Lewis, hey, I got a gas station, Lewis, over there at 5th and 42nd Street. We're selling gas at $2 a gallon today in this market. We're going to sell it for $2 a gallon for gas. Even though the other 3 gas stations on the other 3 corners are selling it for $4, mine's going for $2 a gallon. Okay, you know what you're getting with my gas? You're getting a half a tank of gas, but paying for a full tank of gas. And then you're going to get a half a tank of water. That's what you're getting for your $2 a gallon. That's what these scumbags are doing. And I don't care if anybody doesn't like the word scumbag. I can't come up with another word, 312-981-7200, that better describes somebody that's taking advantage of a disabled veteran, trying to squeeze him into a pair of shoes, no pun intended, that doesn't fit.
Like I said, I run across this every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Can you believe this?
It's just people just out there trying to snake people for money, and it's horrible.
We hear horror stories all the time of like people getting taken advantage of. It's terrible.
Yeah.
4%.
Number of people that put down, 20%, 50%, on a project, and the contractors run. They just never show up. It is ugly.
312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. Go to WGN David.com. If our listeners out there, Louis, want to get their kitchen done for, let's say, September 1st, what's that? Not more, Labor Day. If they want to get their kitchen done before Labor Day, are we cutting it close, or can they still get their kitchen done?
Yeah, we're getting close. You know, like I said, we're about 8 to 10 weeks on projects. The best thing to do is give us a call at 630-686-1777. Yeah, excuse me, 630-686-1700. Have us out to your home. We bring the showroom to your house so you can see what everything looks like in your light, and we'll give you a price depending on what's going to cost. There's no hidden fees.
He just brought up a good point.
Yep.
Any contractor that's booked out 8 to 10 weeks on projects like what you do means you're in high demand. People are wanting to use you, right? And that's a good thing.
Correct.
Contractors that are available to you tomorrow, not for repairs like we do, but for new projects like that I mean, it's
a red flag.
It's a big red flag
Yeah,
if they're just sitting around because they're not getting recommended.
It's one of two things. Either they're brand new, that's dangerous, or they're established, but they have no business, which is also dangerous.
Yes.
Mike, an Emmer Captain that is inserted into natural gas to give it a smell can actually dead nerves. Is it K-A-N-N? Maybe can.
Oh, my God, David, you can't read.
Can. Well, it says K-A-N-N. What is that? Can? Yeah. All right. Can actually dead nerves so that people don't smell it anymore after a little. H2S does the same thing. Hydrogen sulfide. What the hell is this person saying? This is like a chemistry teacher.
I don't know. You read it so perfectly.
All right. I'm
struggling to come up with.
Okay,
did you have a stroke?
Hold on. What? Me? Not yet. I'm working on it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. A Emmer Captain that is inserted into natural gas to give it a smell can actually dead nerves so that people don't smell it anymore after a little. H2, what are those parentheses? Hydrogen sulfide parenthesis does the same thing.
Okay.
Does
what
that
the
make any sense?
texter is saying is some of the stuff that they put into the gas actually deadens the person's smell. It changes the way their nose functions.
Thank you.
And then they stop smelling things like Mike was pointing out earlier.
All right. Can I get to Hansen real quick? So I text him. I see this thing. He's in the other room. Okay? You're looking very svelte, by the way, John.
John's always a good looking
No, hold on. I got a bone to pick with this guy. Wait a minute. Come on, John. Get in. All right, we're going to tease news, then we'll come back. All right, mister, I got to run the clock. All right, just get comfortable, Hanson. I got a bone to pick with you. 312-981-7200, MegaPro's call, text, and photo line. This is Home Sweet Home Chicago. I turn my mic off. This is 720. A lot of people say that's the best part of the show. This is Home Sweet Home Chicago at 720 WGN.
John Williams keeps you company and informed middays, 10 to 2 on WGN.
It's 70 degrees and partly cloudy at 12:30. Good afternoon. I'm Sylvia Snowden. The news is sponsored by RiverboatTwilight.com. Hawthorne Racecourse may be no more. In sports, both of our baseball teams are in action today. The White Sox and the Royals are back at it at 3:10 this afternoon. And tonight, the Cubs will take the field against the Brewers at 6:10. If you're on DuSable Lakeshore Drive, you're going to want to be on the lookout for solid traffic in both directions between Michigan and Chicago. You're also going to want to be on the lookout if you're on the Reagan Memorial Tollway. We're getting reports of an accident heading eastbound approaching Midwest Road. Horse racing fans are hoping to save the sport at Hawthorne Racecourse. The Trib says there's a preliminary agreement to sell the track for $90 million to a company looking to close it down. That's unless another bidder takes a chance on it in bankruptcy court. According to the Trib, Hawthorne submitted a stalking horse proposal Thursday in bankruptcy court to sell real estate assets only to a Delaware-based company that could be representing an unknown corporate buyer. Members of the Illinois Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association hoped it could be saved as the last professional horse racing track in the Chicago area. CPS is facing a $732 million budget deficit for next year. The school district says it's looking for cost-saving measures and exploring new revenue sources. They say they never considered cutting classes, and next school year's calendar is already approved. They also say they will not cut the Safe Passage program, which helps children get to school safely. This comes after the teachers union said the school officials believe they may have to shorten next school year by 2 weeks. CPS releases its new budget next month. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton is taking a plea deal to avoid prison time. Bolton pled guilty Friday to mishandling classified documents. In exchange, Bolton is expected to pay a more than $2 million fine. His sentencing date is in October. Bolton was indicted back in October of 2025 and has been a strong critic of President Trump since he left the administration in 2019. Here's your forecast from the WGN Weather Center. Today we'll see decreasing clouds with a chance for rain in the more southern part of our listening area. We're expecting a high of 76 inland with cooler temps along the lake. Tonight to be cloudy with a chance for a few isolated showers and a low in the 60s. And tomorrow we're expecting a high near 88 degrees. Chicago News 24/7, breaking news at once. I'm Sylvia Snowden, WGN Radio News.
Hi, I'm Tim Stearns from TJ Stearns. I find that people are generally unaware of certain factors that can significantly impact your path to retirement. Factors like healthcare, taxes, income, and legacy planning. As you approach retirement, if these elements are not addressed, it can have devastating effects. I call it the retirement riddle, and I love solving it. Call me. Let's discuss a Protect and Grow blueprint. 1-800-640-2256. My only minimum is that you're a nice person. 1-800-640-2256 or visit tjstearns.com.
Enter the Lindemann Chimney Heating and Cooling June Sweepstakes. For every North Side or South Side Baseball Series sweep here in June, Lindemann Chimney Heating and Cooling is giving away free air conditioner clean-in checks with boxes of Chicago's best steakhouse steaks from Happy to Meet You. Cool comfort and delicious steaks on the grill. There's no better way to enjoy summer. Log on to WGNradio.com/contest now. That's WGNradio.com/contests.
There's an amazing supper club in Wisconsin Dells, Ish Nala, nestled among the pines and perched above the sandstone bluffs of Mirror Lake. The beauty, the history, the service, the food, the fun. Hi, this is Bob Prosser, owner of Ish Nala Supper Club in Wisconsin Dells. I've been a part of Ish Nala since 1973, and I am so proud to continue the tradition that began in 1953. Why not enjoy a brandy old-fashioned in one of our bars? Each with a spectacular view overlooking Mirror Lake, or just relax before or after dinner on one of our outdoor decks. Our Ish Nala chefs have prepared your favorites: 24-ounce ribeye, cold water lobster tails, North Atlantic salmon, and of course, Ish Nala's roast duck. Thank you for making Ish Nala Wisconsin's favorite supper club, where the only thing we overlook is Mirror Lake. I'm Bob Prosser, and I want to serve you.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half.
What?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi, it's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
You get the store clerk's attention and point to your favorite lottery scratcher. 3. You prepare your lucky quarter. 2. And work that popcorn shell out of your tooth. 1. Quarter beat scratcher and scratch away with the Illinois Lottery. Be smart, play smart. Must be 18 years or older to play.
The Bear has wrapped up its final season. What are we going to do without that show? We're going to give you a rundown of all the Chicago restaurants featured in The Bear, and then you can pretend the series is still going. Chef, yes, Chef. Join me Sunday morning, starting at 9 on WGN.
Now back to David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
312-981-7200, MegaPro's call, text, and photo line. We're the fluffer show for Let's Get Legal. Guy by the name of John Hanson.
Thank God John's here to save us.
Please don't use my name and the word fluffer.
Well, if it fits. So I'm
Good start.
I'm scrolling on the internet, right? Mm-hmm. And I see John's filling in for John. John's filling in for John. John Williams.
John for John.
So I send John a text. I'm like, hey, I see See, you got you're filling in for the big guy, major time slot. If you'd like me to come on, let me know. He's like, how about next week, this day or that day at this time? I'm like, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, she's like, okay, I'll check with Iridian. Blames it on his producer. You know what?
That's because Iridian's smart.
Well, and that's why Iridian. So whenever he's got like a cancellation on his show, right?
Yeah.
Poop, comes down.
Doesn't
to
happen very often.
Comes down to our show every other Saturday and says, "Hey, can you stick around? We've got an opening." So I'm waiting all week. Right, got my schedule ready.
Well, first of all, it's because you spent the whole time talking. Your guest didn't have any time to talk. I thought I'd give him a few minutes to actually, talk on my show.
Okay, I got my calendar open. Whatever, we'll edit that out when we go live. But we'll got my calendar open, waiting for certain dates to call in to be on John Hansen's show. Right? Okay. Nothing. Right? Radio silent. I'm just like Bueller. Nothing. Bueller. I'm like in the witness protection program. Right? You want to comment on that? Any comment, Mr. Hansen?
We actually, in the 2 sections I gave you as options to come on, we aired dead air instead.
Exactly.
And the ratings were better. So we went ahead. I could lie and say we booked a guest. We didn't even book a guest. I didn't even talk during it. We did 8 minutes of dead air. And at the end, I said, Hochberg could have been in this segment. You're welcome, listeners. And boy, the text line lit up. They were thrilled. It was great. 8 minutes apiece. Twice. I did it twice this week instead of having you on the show. But tell you what, next week, let me give you a couple times and dates, and we'll see what Iridian's able to do for
11:30 to midnight, right? Yeah. Okay. You want to plug your show and then leave?
Yeah, I got to clean up some of your mess on pocket vetoes. You always tell guys who try and tell you about mortgages when they're a plumber or when they're an electrician. You say, oh, yeah, you tell me. How about you talk to someone who actually worked in Congress on how Congress works and how pocket vetoes work, and I'll explain what really is going on.
Dropping the Congress. I just chat GPT'd and I'm just reading off. Why don't you go on chat and say you're wrong?
I will.
All right. Thanks for.
Love
Let's
you,
Get
buddy.
Legal coming up next.
Love you, buddy. Yeah, let's get legal 1 to 3.
All right.
Your money matters. Hochberg less 6 to 7 Monday to Thursday.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, bud.
All right. See you later. 312-981-7200. Had to get that off my chest.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, you got to be regretting that segment.
Thanks, John.
That's fine. That's fine.
You want to enjoy my show?
No, it's all right. It's fine. It's good. Mary texted in. We're taking over the 2 o'clock hour, but don't tell them. 312-981-72 hours. So instead of scumbag, Gary from Iowa, waste of skin.
I'm really getting worried about you. How's your blood pressure?
That's fine.
You just botched the phone number.
What
Are
did
you
I do?
okay?
72 hours.
Did I say 72 hours?
Yeah,
it's Hanson. He's got the pressure.
He does.
It's having a professional broadcaster in here. It makes me nervous.
We need some ice water.
Yeah, we need a lot more than that. 312-981-7200. We need something to mix with the ice water. 312-981-7200. 312-981-7200. Go to WGNDavid.com, WGNDavid.com. How in God's name did Biden trying to help students with their student loans, increase inflation? What the hell are you talking about? Okay, 630. Let me break this down for you real quickly. When you have money that's not going to student loans during COVID, when we had problems with inflation during COVID, and you had consumers not paying rent during COVID, it put more money, disposable income into their pockets so they could spend it on other items that we had trouble getting, which raised the prices of those items. Hence, we have inflation. Okay? I could understand during COVID, during the crisis of allowing people not to make their rent payments and paying their student loans. But at a certain point when we were coming out of COVID, they kept the mortgage rates too low for too long, and they should have people start paying their student loans and their rents sooner. We wouldn't have had as bad of inflation. It's called economics, supply and demand. On to the next topic. My God, what is going on here today, Frank? We talked about this. Is there something going on in the air? It's supply and demand. Right? If you have $1 that goes towards your student loan and your rent, it's not going to Amazon. Or maybe it does, and your credit card bills go on time. Up. All right, 312-981-7200. How much does it cost to install a gas line? My father-in-law is blowing me up here. Larry's like, can you ask him?
Yeah, I want to know, too.
I'm like, I'm on the radio show. Well, he's there. Can you ask him? How much does it cost to put a gas line in somebody's home?
Yeah, I mean, it depends really on the distance and whether or not we've got access to a gas pipe that we don't need to open walls and things to. But on the low end, you're probably looking at $400. On the high end, probably $1,200. It just really depends on the siding, location, and how many feet.
Yeah, no, well, you just said that sometimes you have to open up the walls and stuff. Now, if you guys open up the walls and run the pipes, do you put everything back?
No, we do not.
Okay.
We'll provide the access, and you've got to get someone else to repair whatever we took out for you.
Okay.
But by doing that, it's saving the customer,
Yes.
us having to go back twice, which obviously is going to cost them more money.
Mm-hmm.
So we make access all the time, whether it's for gas lines, water lines, drain lines. It is a service we offer.
It's just important for the listeners to know
definitely.
that, there's going
I
to be that
appreciate you
addition.
asking.
Yeah.
A texter sent in a picture of their water heater and asked you what your recommendation is. No? Okay, that's not. What did they send you a picture of?
They sent us the Tankless picture that I believe Roy had mentioned earlier,
Okay.
whether or not he needed to have this serviced annually.
Right.
And it is definitely, you want to do that, Roy, for sure.
Okay, every year?
Every year.
All right, be careful of that word annually.
Yeah.
It could go wrong very
Yeah,
quickly.
it definitely can.
I know.
I'm like you today. I'm struggling.
Annually.
Just say every year.
Annually.
It means the same thing.
It's
Yeah,
like
there
when
you go, every year.
Right, when you do your annual credit report, you miss a couple of words, a couple of letters. You go to some websites you don't want to be on. 312-981-7200. I'm just saying, it's happened. 312-981-7200. 312-981-7200. The Mega Pros call, text, and photo line. All right, we're going to read this. Take a quick break, Benny, so we got a long stretch. David, love your show. When my wife is getting on my nerves, this is from 847, which is pretty frequently, I get out the power washer and line up a bunch of crap I really don't care about and ask her if she can help me pressure wash them. Then I can't hear her complaining about me while she's busy doing that. So there you go. There's all you kids out there about ready. That's great marital tips.
Yeah, secret to a long marriage.
Yeah. Thank you, 847, for that marital tip. 312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. That's a Mega Pros call, text, and phone line. We're going to be right back with the last leg of the show after these messages.
On air, online, all the time. Chicago, WGN.
Hi, it's the Bug Girl from Rose Pest Solutions. When I'm on Home Sweet Home Chicago, I hear from real homeowners with real questions about the pests that show up in everyday life. Sometimes you need a real solution, not a DIY hack you saw online. Rose Pest Solutions is a family-run business that's been protecting Chicagoland for generations. We focus on the why behind the pest problems so we can stop it at the source, not just treat the symptoms. If pests are bugging you, let's take care of it the right way. Call Rose at 1-800-GOT-PESTS or visit rosepestcontrol.com for a free quote.
Here's Frank Wazalewski, CEO of Access, on House Smarts Radio with Lou Manfredini.
You guys over at Access, Frank, you sort of take a holistic approach, right, when it comes to looking at the house and how we can make it more livable now that things in your life have changed.
Correct. So every evaluation we do, we want to go over what's important to the client, what difficulties they're having, both, with their body and with the home, and then try and give them a wide array of solutions to help them out. And one of the things that, we're unique in is that we're a fully licensed general contractor and a fully licensed elevator contractor. And we partner with manufacturers that will back everything up. And so we can confidently go in there and say, we have a product that will work for you.
See why Access is the Midwest leader in accessibility solutions like stair lifts, ramps, bathroom modifications, and more. Visit allaboutaccess.com.
Hey Chicagoland, it's Tommy from Erdman Outdoor Living. Imagine stepping into a backyard designed for the way you really live, with morning coffee, family dinners, game days, and relaxing nights outside. At Erdman Outdoor Living, we help homeowners create custom outdoor spaces with beautiful decks, backyard remodels, and structure pergolas that let you control the sun, shade, and shelter with a touch of a button. As the exclusive structure pergola dealer in the Chicago suburbs and southern Wisconsin area, Erdman combines thoughtful design, quality craftsmanship, and a seamless process from consultation to completion. It all starts with a personalized design consultation where our team helps you plan a low-maintenance outdoor space built around your home and your lifestyle. Add lighting, fans, and screens, and your backyard becomes the place everyone wants to be. Mention WGN Radio and get 10% off your project, plus 3 years no-interest financing. Schedule your design consultation today at erdmanoutdoorliving.com or call 847-860-6811 for Erdman Outdoor Living. Tell them Tommy sent you.
Let's review.
Well, nothing said. Who's getting an envelope? Somebody's got to be getting taken care of. Someplace. Tell me I'm lying. Don't tell. But who's getting steamer trunks full of cash dropped off at their house?
The 847, love you, David, but I'm worried about your blood pressure.
Your blood pressure is 238 over 134.
Our listeners are actually starting to get worried about you. They want you to breathe.
Tell me I'm not wrong.
You need to sit down and have a juice pouch. I recommend taking a couple deep breaths and using an inside voice.
Woosah! Woosah!
Also, daily meditation and yoga might help you.
Now, here's David Hochberg and Home Sweet Home Chicago.
312-981-7200, 312-981-7200. I can't wait
done,
until
Benny.
you come back so we could hear about the annual.
Yes.
Yeah, that slip up.
Apologize, listeners. Sorry.
That should be a classic. He's gonna have about 3-4 weeks to work on that. 312-981-7200. We're gonna go around the horn here. Lewis, you're up, buddy. Your show, your dime, your dance floor. 2 minutes to leave us with a nugget of knowledge.
So here's what I'd like to leave you guys with. So once again, we have our promotion right now. Declare your independence from your outdated kitchen. $17.76 off your cabinet project, plus a free backsplash. And we have a lot of affordability options. I do want to share a quick story. Recently, I was out at a customer's house out in Naperville. When we walked into his home, he had all these blueprints and a check for like $30,000 for initial investment for this addition he wanted to do for his kitchen. He had his house on the market, couldn't sell it. He pulled it from the market. We updated his home. He raised his asking price by what we invested into his house. It sold in 3 days.
So he got it back.
He got it back. So that's just one of the great things about cabinet refacing. We get less stress, more convenience, and it's phenomenal results. Give us a call, 630-686-1700. Once again, 630-686-1700. We cover the Chicagoland area, Milwaukee area, and Madison as well.
Have you ever talked to that guy, Jeff Buys Homes, that advertises here?
I don't think we've connected.
I'm going to connect you. I golfed with him yesterday. What a hell of a nice guy. Super nice guy. Army veteran. It was like golfing with Elvis, right? Everybody's coming up to him and goes, "Oh, you're the guy that buy houses." Like, seriously. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What about me? I'm the guy that does the mortgages." They don't care about me. They're like, "Oh, veteran and all that stuff." So he does he fixes the houses up quick. I'm like, "Have you talked to anybody from Redo?" He's like, "No." I'm like, I gotta connect you and also you. And so Mike, because he doesn't have a good plumber that he works with either.
I do want to also touch on, we do give special discounts on veterans as well. So
all right.
Take care of them.
Phone number, website.
630-686-1700, and it's redocabinets.com. REDO cabinets.com.
I'm sorry, I stepped on you. Your website one more time.
redocabinets.com.
All right, Michael Epping from Senegar Plumbing. Annually, say it with me.
Annually.
Michael, every year.
Once a year.
Clean your tankless once a year,
okay.
Roy.
All right.
What'd you shoot, by the way?
Don't worry about it.
I want to know.
I shot good. It was a scramble, and I was crushing the balls. Short game, not so good. Putting sucks, but crush. 312-981-7200. Nugget of knowledge.
Yeah, nugget of knowledge. I want to let everyone know that we do have a water heater special going on through the end of July. That's a 40-gallon atmospheric vent water heater, standard installation for $12.95. Mention the name Kevin and get $50 off of that. $13.95 for a 50-gallon atmospheric vent, standard installation. And for both of those, we'll also haul away your old tank, which a lot of companies do not do. The other thing is take advantage of the gas special we have for $99 right now and get a full house gas inspection and save yourself from that emergency that you could run into down the road.
Phone number, website.
847-406-8883 or WGNplumber.com.
Frank Wazalewski, Access, nugget of knowledge, my friend.
Yeah, if you learned anything on this show today, other than the fact that David needs a cardiologist, we you really all your estimates. Make sure anything you're getting done on your house. Make multiple phone calls. Don't always go with that first person that's that high pressure sales for you. And at Access, we're going to be having a discount for the rest of the year, $250 off any new lift. That's any lift that we do. It's $250 off from July 1st through the end of the year. If you want to reach out to us, 630-616-6249 or allaboutaccess.com.
I want to thank Chad Purtell from the sales manager, the loan officer at Mutual Omaha, for not calling in to defend himself. We're trying to convince 2 first responders.
And 847 just texted in. It said, thank you. He's in business development and healthcare, and they're in need of new patients. And
Yeah.
He thinks he's got you now.
You're very welcome. I've got Dr. Micah Emmer, my cardiologist in Northwestern. Takes good care of me. I go in there on a monthly basis. I just plug in at home. 312-98, what is it? 981-7200. So I want to leave you with this story. Couple from out in the Western Burbs sold their home for $525,000. Home's on the market for $525,000. They listen every single week. They're listening right now. They had 3 of their transactions fell through on their buy, and they're building another home for $547,000 in Algonquin. Brand new home. Problem is they're closing in about 32 days at the end of July, and they haven't sold their home to a reputable buyer because it keeps falling through. So I talked to them about a bridge loan, very expensive, but we could get it done. And they're like, well, we have a line of credit. I'm like, great. How much is a line of credit? $150,000. I'm like, okay. They're like, we listen to your show all the time. I'm like, well, if you listen to my show all the time, you'd have a $400,000 line of credit against your current home. So we could take the $400 instead of the $150 to put down the new home, and you go with the smaller loan on the new home. But since you only have $150, we're going to use the $150. So they're buying it for $547, right? They already got $15 into it. They're going to move the $150 from their HELOC for the down payment. They've got a margin account at their Raymond James account, whatever, that they could borrow $120,000. So I'm like, let's take 80 from that to get the loan to value under 60%, get you the lowest rate, and we'll take a new mortgage. And in the event that you sell your place, we'll just cancel the loan and you're protected. That's what we do. They're freaking out. They didn't know what to do. It's stressed out. It's Friday night. They're driving around in circles. Now they're like, well, you know what? You really know your stuff. I'm like, yeah, we do it for a living. 26 years, August 1st. It's what we do. We help people overcome their financial challenges. So if you've got that type of challenge, don't freak out. Just give us a call. It's really that simple. It's not that deep. We do it every single day. 312-981-7200. And last but not least, just wanted to, the general theme, Frank and I had breakfast. Thanks for blowing us off. Lewis went to the wrong place. That's okay, Lewis. You're fine. We're over at Fire and Ice in the Aqua if anybody wants to stop by and have a coffee before the show until August, and then we're back over at Egg Harbor Cafe. We are here because we love what we do and we love helping our listeners, right? And if you've got a dissenting voice and a dissenting opinion, we try to listen to it, but then we're going to give you the other side, and some might like it, some might not. And I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, conservative, or liberal, progressive. If you call into the show with something that doesn't make any sense, like our good right honorable friend Suzanne, who thinks that businesses should buy homes and lose money by having people rent there, that doesn't make any sense in a general business 101. It doesn't make any sense. Nobody's going to buy homes, lose money, unless you're a non-for-profit and you're set up to buy homes and rent it out and lose money. If you've got money to burn because you're a non-for-profit and you're taking donations from the public to do that, God bless you. But I do not know any business that is going to buy homes and let people rent them for less than what the operating costs are just because they can. There's no business that can sustain that they'll go out of business, and then you have no business to let those people rent those houses.
You wouldn't have landlords.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I mean, it's a failed business model, right? And in a utopian world, in the Bernie Sanders world, it makes sense, right? Because somebody else will pay for it. But if you're a business, you're not going to spend money and lose money.
You can't.
You can't.
I say it all the time. Like, we're a low margin business, but I have to make money today or I can't help you tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. You got to cover your costs. Who's going to pay your employees to answer the phones and do the work on the houses and push all the paperwork
or
and the
pay
legal,
all the taxes,
pay all the taxes and the upkeep, and you want the water to run, to call Mike if there's a plumbing challenge, to call Lewis if we want the kitchens updated, to call you to put a ramp in. Where the hell is that money going to come from? It's going to fall out of the sky? No, you're in business to make money. Okay? And unfortunately, today, corporations should not be buying these houses and get in line in front of consumers. Challenge won in 2008. They were the only people out there, the only entities that had money that could buy up houses, and they stabilized the marketplace. Like it or not, in 2008, these gigantic companies that everybody hates now were there and helped stabilize the market. And that's a God's honest fact, and you can look it up. Unfortunately, today, they shouldn't be buying houses. I agree, to get in front of consumers, because consumers should have first crack. But back then, thank God they were there to help stabilize the market. Okay, there we go. My piece is said. I'm done. This has been Home Sweet Home Chicago on 720 WGN. If you would like to talk to me about anything, my cell phone number is 773-456-6526. That comes directly to me. You could call me to debate me all you want. Thanks for listening, everybody. We're taking next weekend off. Have a great 4th. Thanks for listening. Be safe.
Hi, I'm Claire. with executive carpet cleaning. My mom and uncle are the best rug cleaners in the world.
Aw, thanks, Claire. I'm Caroline with Executive Carpet Cleaning. Ben and I personally inspect and clean each and every rug that comes in. Thank you for continuing to trust our family with your rug.
Don't let the other companies pull the rug from underneath you. Let our family show you what clean really looks like.
Give us a call to schedule your rug cleaning, 630-990-8600. My father-in-law, Dave, started Executive Carpet Cleaning over 30 years ago. He taught us how to clean the right way, and now we teach our kids.
That's right, Mom. Give our family a call today.
630-990-8600. Ben and I will treat your rugs like they're at the spa, and we always have free rug pickup and delivery. 630-990-8600 or visit WGNclean.com. That's WGNclean.com. Let our family show you what clean really looks like.
Come on, Mom, you got a job.